I don't know if it was the dinner we got, but I just got a weird, like, hot flash stomach thing.
Did you poop?
No.
What'd you do?
I, like, puked a little bit, like dry.
What?
heave.
You just
looks a little
puked?
green.
Yeah, I
looks
just
so
got, like,
green.
super sweaty, and then I just, like, had to, like...
You're the puke guy.
On today's Pardon My Take, March Madness recap of the last 4 days of our lives, everything that happened, all the upsets. No guests. It's just the boys in studio today because we got a lot to talk about. We also have to talk about Aaron Rodgers from Billy's perspective. I don't even know what else happened in the sports world, but we have a Monday reading. Who's back? Great show for everyone. Everyone's probably picking themselves off the mat after a crazy 4 days, getting back to work. Hopefully we can give you some entertainment going into that. And we are brought to you by our friends at Coors Light. There's nothing like the excitement of the big tournament, but every buzzer beater for your team is someone else's bracket buster, and every game is a chance to turn the tables. When your pride or your money is on the line and you need to take a beat, take a moment to chill with an ice-cold Coors Light. There's only one beer out there that's literally made to chill, and that is Coors Light. I was drinking a Coors Light over the weekend. Jake is already doing woes and ahs because we still got a half of basketball left. I was drinking a Coors Light over the weekend when I needed a timeout from all the action. So there's only one beer that's as ice cold as the Rockies. When you need to hit that reset, just crack open an ice cold Coors Light. It's Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill. Mark your calendar for some quality time with Coors Light, the beer made to chill. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door or with Drizzly or Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/take. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Coors Light, the greatest beer, the coldest beer ever created. We love Coors Light. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Pardon My Take. Today is Monday, March 20th. And holy shit, boys, March Madness, we are still alive. And I don't know what, I've just spent the last 4 days watching every second of basketball, gained probably 15 pounds, feel absolutely like dog shit, haven't slept, but man, was that fun.
I've got a new winner from the weekend.
Yeah?
It was a loser on Thursday, but biggest winner of the weekend, the University of Virginia.
Yeah.
UVA big time dodged a bullet because not only did their loss against Furman it wasn't even close to being the biggest upset of the tournament so far, but also they're no longer the only 16 seed to go down to a 1 seed thanks to Purdue and FDU.
Yes.
Which somebody told me, I don't know if this is true or not. Someone told me that FDU, they changed their name to the Paladins, which we figure out?
No, that's Furman.
Sorry. Furman changed their name to the Paladins. But Furman used to be called Furman University Christian Knights.
Yes. Fuck.
And that's spelled fuck. So if you saw those hats that had the lines on the front, all the kids were buying those. They were hilarious.
Yes.
I had a Cox one myself.
Everyone had the Cox one. That was as chuggy as it got in the late 90s.
It was. That's cap. No, I do think that UVA came out of the weekend smelling a lot better than they smelled on Thursday.
So we're going to recap everything. We're going to try to do a little bit chronological order, even though our brains are still pretty scrambled. I don't know about you guys, but I feel my body feels terrible. I feel like we did 4 NFL Sundays in a row. But we will start with Purdue. The story of the tournament, Purdue losing to Fairleigh Dickinson on Friday. Fairleigh Dickinson, the shortest team in the tournament, the worst schedule in NCAA basketball. They were 363 out of 363 in strength of schedule. They also didn't even win their conference tournament. That was Merrimack, and Merrimack wasn't able to play in the tournament because the 4-year stupid grace period. Merrimack should get credit for all of Fairleigh Dickinson's wins. And
should we do a pizza party for Merrimack?
We should do a pizza party for Merrimack. Shout out Joe Gallo, the coach.
If the coach reaches out to us directly and asks for a pizza party, it's yours.
I saw Merrimack play against Long Island University when I took my son, and the coach was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And I was like, "I'm just watching ball. I love ball."
You say Joey Callow?
Joe Gallo.
Oh, okay, got it.
Joe Gallo. So great coach. They'll be in the tournament next year. So Fairleigh Dickinson, worst strength of schedule, shortest team. The conference they come from, the NEC, was 0-31 in the round of 64 in the history of the conference. They had never won a round of 64 game. They take down Purdue, Matt Painter, Zach Edey, Purdue, the 1 seed, probably the lowest that Purdue can get, and Purdue has been in some really low places because Purdue now, 2021, they lost to a 13 seed North Texas. 2022, they lost to a 15 seed St. Peter's. 2023, they lost to a 16 seed Fairleigh Dickinson. Good news for Purdue. Say something nice about Purdue. There are no 17 seeds, so it feels like we've reached the bottom. They'll probably find a new way to do this and make it worse, but right now it feels like this is the bottom for Purdue.
We should do the Ravel tweet when Dunk City won back in what year was that?
2013.
2013, where it's like don't feel bad for the guys. This is their college campus. Don't feel bad for Purdue. They get to go back to school in West Lafayette, Indiana.
This is, and I listen. I'm not a fan of Purdue. They're in the Big Ten. I root against them. And I will admit, hand up, on Friday night when I got back to our hotel room at like 1:30, I probably spent about an hour laying in bed just reading all the Purdue blogs, stories, everything that I could read. It's worse than bad. Like it's rock bottom. That team, I don't know where they go from here.
My takeaway was that without Zach Edey, Purdue would not have made the tournament. They probably wouldn't have even made the NIT. Zach Edey was the only one doing anything, and granted, he didn't shoot for the last, 5-6 minutes of the game, but they were triple teaming him every time he got the ball. Their strategy was just, we're going to smother this guy with the tiniest dudes that we can find and just really confuse him. And so he's obviously going to try to pass out of that triple team, and then nobody could make a shot on Purdue. They stink except for Zach Edey. It was painful to watch with the expectation that you knew that Purdue was favored by a lot of people to make it. This was going to be the year if they were going to make it.
Some people had a future on them.
Some people had a future on them.
Some people bet on them.
Some people bet on them. Those guys are fucking idiots, and they should never talk publicly about college basketball. If you had a future on Purdue to win the national championship,
it was so painful.
Nobody should ever. Well,
it was so painful watching PFC
so here's
because
what
he
happened.
bet on Purdue in this game when the whole sportsbook was rooting for the upset. Because that's what happens in March.
Yeah,
upsets start once the wave starts. It's why March Madness is so special. You can feel it in the arena. You can feel it in the sportsbook. If you're at a bar, if there's an upset brewing, everyone kind of perks up and they start paying a little more attention. And even if you don't have a bet on it, you're like, "Go underdog, go!" Yeah. And you were sitting there in your
I was
seat.
the only one having
a
bad time.
Say a word.
Well, okay, all right.
Zach Edey would dunk on like a 5'11" guy, and PFT would be like, "Yes!"
I would be like, "Dunk on that idiot." Yeah,
it literally was David versus Goliath, and you had Goliath minus 14 points.
Yeah, I had David going down in the first round. It was tough, and I did in the second half. I wanted to root for FDU because obviously I don't like Purdue.
Well, when you realize you're not going to win your bet, you're like, fuck it, lose outright.
My whole thing was I don't want to publicly switch sides and start cheering for FDU because whatever streak I was on Friday, where I was at a point where I was 0 for 8 in my last 8, and I was down bad, and I was about to lose my bet on a 1 seed, not just against the spread, but straight up. I just said, I think I whispered to Spider, I was like, you know what? I'm internally going to be rooting from this point on for FDU, but I don't want to transfer my bad vibes to them.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to sit here in silence and just be miserable with myself. But you're right. They were the shortest team. Well, they said effective height. Their effective height was the lowest of any team in the tournament. I don't know what that means.
That's probably guys that play.
It sounds okay.
That means that they probably have a 12th guy that is like 7 feet, but he sucks.
Because I was going to say, what's my effect? Maybe I could just fudge another inch out of myself if I said.
I would imagine that's what their
effectively I play as a 5'9.5" guy.
Yeah.
But so they were going up against Purdue.
They were too short for Purdue.
Yeah.
We were saying it, but it actually was true. They were too short. Zach Edey literally did. He looked like a cartoon character when it was like a bunch of little guys running around him, tying him up, tying his shoelaces together.
It was Gulliver's Travels.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was actually too short. And Tobin Anderson, the coach for FDU, all right, let's start with him because Matt Painter deserves a lot of criticism. He said after they beat Texas Southern on Wednesday night, we went to that game. Shout out Dave. He also said that they could beat Purdue. But Tobin Anderson was like, I've been watching Purdue. We can beat them. And then his game plan was absolutely perfect. He was like, pressure their guards the entire court, front everything with Zach Edey, basically havoc, and be like, Purdue, if you can make 3-point shots, you can win this game by 20. Oh, yeah, your guards can't. You lose this game outright as a 16 seed. So it was like the perfect game plan. And Matt Painter, like Zach Edey doesn't deserve criticism. He's just a kid. He's probably like 25. Matt Painter, if you're a Purdue fan, I know that he's made Purdue like very good, and they've gotten top 5 seeds, I think, in the last 5 tournaments.
What have they done?
No, I mean, the one thing that sucks for Purdue is they did lose in was it Elite 8?
That was Elite 8 against Virginia.
To Virginia, who won the tournament and on an insane like last second play that went to overtime. So like they were very close. And that one they don't deserve blame for because that's as close as you can get in a very hard tournament to win. But the last 3 years, like Matt Painter, you stink, buddy.
Yeah, but you're right. He should have done something. There should have been an adjustment made at halftime when everybody was like, well, you're going to lose this game. It was by no means a fluke. After the first half, it's like this team matches up really well against Purdue. If Purdue had, if Ivy, right, Chucky Ivy?
Jaden Ivy.
If
You think if Chucky Hepburn dropped 27 in the NIT today, no big deal.
If Jaden Ivy was on this Purdue team, they probably win the game by like 20 points.
But Jaden Ivy lost to a 15 seed.
He did, but
I don't know if you could say that.
That's earlier. That's before Zach Edey got good and he became a solid passer.
But that's what I'm saying. Like Purdue's had players. Purdue's had good teams. They get to the tournament, and Matt Painter, for whatever reason, the disappointment follows.
This wasn't a fluke for FDU. If they play a best-of-7 series, I think FDU could beat Purdue probably 3 times, 4 out of 7.
Yeah, I'd say 4 out of 7. They were better. Just
a better team.
They were better coached. The speed they played with, they had and they just were so unafraid. And I know we'll get to Sunday's game where they end up losing, but this is why like March Madness is so special. Is if you win one game as a 16 seed, you're remembered forever. You don't have to go win the tournament. Like these underdogs get remembered forever. We just talked about Florida Gulf Coast. Who doesn't remember Dunk City?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you can basically write history and make careers out of one awesome upset.
Yeah, the new market inefficiency is having short players on your team. They've been
Too
overlooked
short. They
for
were
too
too
long.
short.
They're like Odd Job from GoldenEye.
Yeah.
It's like a cheat code. It's tough to hit them.
Yeah.
It's really tough. Here's a fun stat. In the 64-team era, there have been 36 teams to enter the tournament as a 1 or 2 seed that weren't ranked in the preseason AP poll. Mm-hmm. They have combined for 0 Final Fours, averaging fewer than 2 wins per tournament. Purdue and Marquette were the 2 teams that fit into that criteria this March Madness.
Yeah, no, it's the preseason poll. As much as people make fun of them,
they nailed it with UNC.
For football and basketball, they actually do mean a little something when it comes to basketball in the tournament. Jake, do you think Matt Painter should be fired? Say it. Fire his
Jake,
ass.
this is unforgivable loss.
Fire his ass. You want me to read it again? 13 seed, 15 seed, 16 seed. He's the bizarro world Tom Izzo.
Indiana is a basketball state, isn't that correct?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get him out.
Fire his ass.
Out.
There we go, Jake.
String him up by his toenails.
What's the saying in Hoosiers? In 49 states, it's a sport or something. Indiana, it's bad.
My team is on the floor. That's Hoosiers. My team is on the floor.
This rim is 10 feet off the ground.
Yeah. My team is on the floor. He's got 4
In 49
guys.
states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get him out.
Get him out.
That's the quote I was looking for.
Bring back Brad Stevens.
Out.
I am curious
Yeah.
because it is like
He's coming home.
It's an impossible place to be in as a fan where Matt Painter has made Purdue very good and they're winning Big Ten titles, Big Ten championship, tournament championship this year. But then you get to March and it's like the most painful, excruciating embarrassment possible.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Really bad. So New Jersey is now the kingdom of upsets in the tournament.
Yep.
Between St. Peter's and now and Princeton also and FDU.
Yeah.
That's the state of underdogs.
Yeah, it is. It is. So other games from Friday. I mean, Purdue, that was the game. That was the game that everyone talked about. Vermont, no.
It was a fun time.
Didn't even cover the spread.
Was it fun?
not.
Was it fun?
Was it
It was
fun?
cool.
I don't think it was fun. It was cool.
It was cool.
Yeah.
It's cool to see them play.
Yeah.
Okay. Iona UConn, Rick Pitino lost, and then it was like maybe an hour later he was at St. John's. Not officially at St. John's, but the report came out that like they're finalizing a deal.
It was.
I love it.
It was very funny. And to Rick's credit, they hung in there in the first
For half. Yeah, they were up at half.
In true Rick Pitino fashion, they came out strong
Very strong.
and fast.
Very fast.
Yeah, so they were running the court. That was a fun game for the first half. we thought we had a chance, but no, Rick Pitino, his seed was eliminated yet again.
Yes, it was gone. I'm trying to think of what other games. I mean, we saw. So the big story from this tournament is everyone just sucks at shooting. I don't know if it's Sam Decker, friend of the program, said the ball is lighter and it's like shooting a balloon. There's also been talk about the rims because they had to, change up the rims and adjust them.
A lot of rims. The rims in both Greensboro and Des Moines were
Just
acting fishy.
terrible.
There was something fishy going on there.
Yeah, and we had there was no better showcase of that than Iowa State, who I think they made a couple of baskets at the end of the game, but with like 3 minutes left, they were shooting 19% from the field. They ended up shooting 9.5% from three.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a bet. If you're an under better, you're probably listening to this on your yacht right now because it's just been every single under possible. And we have Bob Ryan was right because everyone's talking about the shooting being terrible. Bob Ryan came in from the clouds today. And so Jeff Goodman said overall 3-point shooting in the NCAA tournament entering today's action, 30.6%. Bob Ryan comes in from the clouds. You just entered my wheelhouse. The 3-point shot is the worst thing to happen to basketball in my lifetime. It has distorted the game at every level. It was never necessary. It was the gimmick of a promoter named Abe Saperstein.
Yeah. Bob Ryan was right.
Hashtag Bob Ryan was right.
Steph Curry ruined basketball.
He has like a little alert go off in his house whenever someone's like 3-point shooting sucks.
And you know what? Bob Ryan's kind of right. Bob Ryan's low-key right about this.
Well, I wish they made more threes.
But also the 3-point shot is awesome.
Yeah.
Like as a fan of watching sports on TV, I like the 3-point shot, but it's drastically changed the sport, and not always for the good. I do miss having just dudes bang down low.
Yeah,
I miss that. I miss just like two dudes banging into each other.
Well, they don't let you. They don't let them play. They don't let the dudes bang.
They don't let the dudes bang anymore.
I've been very upset about that many times watching college basketball. They're not letting the guys bang down low.
Yeah, at least not in Florida. So there's also a proposal where you have the 3-point line go off to the side, so it doesn't. You don't have a side 3-pointer.
That sucks.
The 3-point line connects to the sidelines.
Where it
sounds
goes European.
It does, doesn't it?
It feels European.
It feels like what you'd see in the Olympics.
It feels FIBA.
Yeah.
It feels like FIBA's getting its hold on basketball.
Globalism.
I don't like it.
Nope.
I'm not a fan of that. Jake.
Our way out of this, we just got to keep digging.
Yeah.
Make the 4-point line.
Yeah, I was saying
and
that
then past half court, the 5-point line.
There should be a circle at half court that's a 5-pointer.
Yeah.
That would make games a little more exciting at the end when you're down 4. It's like game's not over.
Yeah.
Can hit a 5-pointer. Jake, other thoughts from Friday? Anything else?
Yeah, Friday, Kentucky got a tournament win. Obviously, they're eliminated. And with Providence's loss, there's growing speculation that Ed Cooley's going to jump to Georgetown. So something to monitor. We'll see if he makes that jump within the Big East Conference.
Are you taking John Calipari off the hot seat?
Out.
Oh,
Jake's firing everybody.
Jake is fucking insane right now.
I think that Ed Cooley to Georgetown would be an awesome hire for Georgetown.
Yeah.
But Providence is his spot. Georgetown just has a lot more resources.
He's from Providence, right?
He's a Providence guy.
So he might be using this just to get a couple $1 million more.
I've heard the boosters have stepped in.
For Providence?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll see.
And by that, I mean I read it on Twitter.
Oh.
So I don't have any sources. I have zero sources. Although Mike Rapoli is who we know, who's a friend of Barstool, did the Big Brain show with us. He has said that he's going to be very involved if Rick Pitino goes to St. John's. He's a St. John's alum, so I'm hoping he just runs that program like it's his own. He tried to buy the Mets with A-Rod, was denied. I hope he just runs St. John's like a professional team.
It was very funny after the game because Rick Pitino did say before and after the game that, people just write whatever they want on the internet. Doesn't mean there's any truth to it. And then about, I'd say 4 minutes after the game was over, it was reported, this is basically a done deal.
Listen, Rick Pitino, Hall of Fame denier of facts.
Yeah.
He just can get in front of a microphone and just tell you, like, this is not what's happening, and then have literally walk off stage and have it be printed like, this is exactly what's happening. He's like, nope, that's not happening.
So some people are speculating Pitino to St. John's, Tobin Anderson
Whoa.
to Iona.
Whoa.
Step up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
big
possible.
March step up.
Friday, we also had 2 near buzzer beaters. TCU coming back to beat Arizona State, and then FAU over Memphis.
Which was great.
Game.
That was a great.
Totally
crazy
well
game.
officiated game.
Crazy game.
No
at the end.
problems.
Bullshit.
Shout out Owls staying at our hotel.
Yeah.
Memphis,
Shout out Boca.
Memphis got hosed. The NCAA clearly still has it in for Penny Hardaway because The calls at the end of that game were they were ludicrous.
Yeah.
Between the non-timeout call that they missed, and also there were a couple questionable foul calls, some dodgy stuff at
the jump ball was the one that was Memphis just had the ball.
The jump ball.
And they FAU just barely got a finger on it. They're like, jump ball.
It was bad. Shout out Memphis.
Hank, what
if we still did I missed the crying Jordan meme.
Yeah.
I think it's time to bring it back.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to see the crying Jordan meme on the Memphis Bass Pro Shop pyramid.
Yes, it would be nice. It would be nice. Hank, how was your Friday? We're just recapping everything.
My Friday was good. I mean, it's tough to bounce back after Thursday, but I had an average Friday, average Saturday.
That's good.
But watching the games, it was a lot more fun. I had FDU. I did wish, I was in a spot where I was like, oh, I think FDU could win, but I only put a little bit on it. But it was still very fun to watch, and it was cool knowing that we were there, seeing them in the play-in tournament.
We saw their birth.
Every time that highlight plays, it's like a little fun fact. Like, oh yeah, we saw them
there.
Yeah, we saw them. We saw them in Dayton. We saw it coming.
We bet all. Yeah, we had like the FDU in that game, and then they went and won the next game. It was awesome. The whole thing was great. So FDU is a memorable. Something about being in a sports book for 3 days straight, and we were just eating. I think I ate Chinese food, pizza, and burger every day with a milkshake to like. I was using milkshake as Tums.
Yeah, it was good because it kind of coats the stomach a little bit. Like, they should make a Pepto-Bismol flavored milkshake. That'd be good.
I seriously was like, I need a milkshake. I'm starting to get a little heartburn.
I think we should bring a sun lamp next year. Yeah, because we forgot what time of day it was. We forgot what day it was too. It was just we're at war.
I was saying we next year we should have at the airport. Like a parade or something, like bring our boys home when we come back from, not to minimize war, but when we're fighting for everything in March Madness,
we're at war.
I would like to come back to a dog, like, jumping in our lap and a big sign that says "Welcome home, boys."
It would be nice.
It would be nice.
The least they could do.
All right, before we do Saturday, and then we'll get to Sunday, just for men, 1 Day Beard and Brow Color is the first temporary brush-in washout color from Just for Men. The beard color experts. It's a breakthrough dye-free formula, easily and instantly eliminates grays with natural-looking temporary color, fills in thin, patchy areas, and defines your beard for a thicker, fuller look. Now any guy can easily transform their look anytime you want your beard to look its best. For interviews, dates, going out to bars, meetings, parties, weddings, events, podium moments, profile photos, or your big podcast isn't just for ears anymore. Check us out on YouTube. Just brush in lightly, let set, and you're good to go. I've been using it. Fills in that patchiness, covers up those grays. It's a great, great product, and it washes out when you get home. So try new 1 Day Beard and Brow from Just for Men. Make your beard look great, more confidence, power, all those things. Just for Men. Try the new 1 Day Beard and Brow now, and it's super easy to apply and then washes off at the end of the night, so it's not permanent. Check it out now because it is awesome. I've been using it every day. I absolutely love Just for Men 1 Day Beard and Brow Color. Okay, Saturday. I went to the gym on Saturday morning, and my brain was so scrambled. I thought I had lost I couldn't find my headphones. So I went to Target to try to buy headphones. Went into Target. It was like a Saturday. Everyone was shopping in Columbus, and I asked where the headphones were. They pointed me to a place where it was like $500 wireless headphones. I was like, I can't do this. I'm out of here. Went, worked out, walked out of the gym, put my hands in my pockets. My headphones were in my pockets the whole time. So that was where my brain capacity was at on Saturday when I woke up.
So I also went to the gym on Saturday morning. I went down to the gym that we had down in the fourth floor of our hotel. And there's a guy that's walking on the treadmill, and he's wearing like a sweatsuit. Yeah. And he's got like his hat pulled down real low, and that's the only treadmill that's open. And he's walking, and I get on there and I start running. Kind of a big dick move. Step on the treadmill, you start running next to the guy that's just walking. Mm-hmm. And I glanced over at him, and he looks back at me, and it's Dave. And Dave gave me this look like, why the fuck are you running while I'm walking? And I was like, yeah, that's fair. So he gets off the treadmill. I'm thinking I'm going to do about, 2-3 miles, something like enough to get a little sweat going. I made it for a quarter of a mile. And then I was like, I have to walk. My body is not ready for this. I've been watching basketball for 2 days. Exercise is not going to work out this morning. Yeah. So I jogged a quarter mile on Saturday morning.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave does his hot boy walks when we were in Boston for conference championship week. I had a similar experience where I was lifting, no big deal, and he was doing his hot boy walk. And we had like a glance to each other, like, don't take a picture of me. I won't take a picture of you.
Yeah.
Because, like, the content, the gym is the one place that you got to kind of try to shut it off.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to see him, like, taking a picture of me, like, benching like 100 pounds, being weak and shit.
I wish he had taken a picture of me in my first quarter mile.
Yeah,
I would've
I
looked
benched
sick.
way more than that, by the way. Okay, Saturday. It's great to know that Duke is still a bunch of soft pussy boys. They got bullied.
Yeah.
Tennessee bullied the fuck out of Duke.
Well, it's Coach K's players,
Yeah.
We got to wait till John Shire reloads. I'm sure he's going to get a great recruiting class in.
Yep.
But there's only you can't make chicken salad out of chicken shit all the time.
Yeah, you can't. You have to retrain all of these players.
You have to
not
beat
be
the
soft.
Duke out of them.
Yeah, right. And Tennessee did. They beat
did.
the Duke out of them.
They did. Shout out Rick Barnes. Apparently, all Rick Barnes needed was to have absolutely zero expectations on him,
All the injuries.
and he knows how to coach in March now.
Yeah, and the center for Tennessee, what was his name? Plavich or something.
Oh,
yeah, I gotta
Pulisic,
look it
yeah.
up.
That guy
Yeah, I might
just
be
coming
wrong,
out,
sorry.
and he was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to try to literally knock out Kyle Filipowski.
Just elbows all day. Filipowski got caught with a nasty elbow early, and then he went back to his old bag of tricks. Elbowed some guy in the nipple on Duke, knocked him down, and they called Duke for a blocking foul.
Yeah.
On him. So yeah, I think it was FAU's coach. He said, it was Dusty May. He said, we're gonna have to study Australian rugby rules and get ready for the Vols.
Yeah.
So he knows that it's gonna be they're gonna come out there and just try to knock him down.
It was just
Plavich.
fun. It was fun to watch a team just bully Duke around. And Hank, sorry for your Blue Devils. You do have to get a cat now.
I do not. But yeah, it was an ugly game. They got the first elbow in the head. That was the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what it was? It was the game was decided well before that, before the boys even stepped on the court, because Shire wasn't wearing the sweatshirt.
Yeah.
They were wearing the same sweaters, different color.
Black, which
Yeah.
kind of were cool.
Yeah, the gray one was way better.
For their own funeral.
Walked right into that one.
Yeah,
Hank.
you did. You did. So where does Duke go from here, Hank?
I think, like you said, they gotta re-recruit, reload,
Get some toughness.
get some toughness.
I'm willing to go down to Durham and elbow everyone on Duke if they need someone to give them some game experience. I'll just sit there and I'll just swing my elbows in everyone's face.
It's not. That wasn't Duke basketball. Duke would never elbow or hit with a forearm one of their fiercest rivals in the face.
No.
It would
They
never
gotta
happen.
they gotta get that edge back.
They got to get the edge back.
They gotta get
They
the
were
dog in.
soft. They were very soft. But it was great. It was great watching Duke lose. It's always fun watching Duke.
That was a great color matchup too.
Yeah.
The Tennessee orange and the Duke blue. It was nice. It was pleasant to watch.
My only complaint is I kind of needed John Shire to go a little deeper so that I could start my resume of hate.
There's nothing to hate about him yet.
Right. Like him going out where Duke just gets physically bullied, it doesn't do anything.
You know what you
for
can
me.
do already.
But still winning
because
the ACC championship, it's like it's still an okay season.
But it was a
It's
really
not-
down
it's
year
not
for the
enough,
ACC.
Yeah, it's not enough to hate though.
He wasn't ready for March yet, though, is the thing.
Yeah.
If you, what you can start with on John Shire, you can just say like, too much too soon. He might be in over his head.
Yeah. I just needed Duke to go for like a little bit of a run. Elite Eight, so he could do something.
Yeah.
I really need John Shire. Like John Shire's a really nice guy. I need him to like hit a small child or something.
We can arrange that.
Do something. Something
Maybe
that
he needs to sit down. Take
I don't
some
think that's ever gonna happen.
No, maybe if he gets hit a small child. Maybe
Yeah.
if he gets
I like John
Boeheim on
Shire.
his staff in the offseason.
Yeah.
I think he's a classic coach, good guy.
He's a great guy.
He's
That's
not going
the
to do
problem.
anything. Yeah, I don't think that'll ever happen.
I need him.
He's not going to be cocky. He's not going to be.
John Shire's putting me in a bad spot right now because I'm like want to hate a guy who's a nice guy and I need him to do something, so I have to. So I don't want to feel bad about my hate for Duke.
Maybe you should just start to like him.
No, I need him to like choke someone. I was gonna say maybe kick Coach K's dog, but that dog's been dead. He did not take care of that dog. Remember that puppy? That puppy was that.
I don't
puppy.
recall the puppy.
Yeah, the puppy.
Didn't the university like gift him a puppy?
Yeah, and he was just like, "Oh, cool." And then he was like in like Hawaii the next day. Puppy was just sitting there having to train itself.
You think they gave one of those sweaters to Miss K?
I don't know. Yeah,
Who knows
April
what?
17th, 2022.
Mrs. K, one of the sweaters.
Probably.
I bet you.
Oh.
They're hard to get.
Yes.
I found. I've
John
located
Shire
them.
gave him the puppy.
Oh. Fuck,
So
man,
John
he's
Shire-
such a nice guy.
But John Shire gave away his dog.
yeah, Ms. K with those sweaters,
She looked good.
those sweater puppies.
Wearing the sweaters and
Are
nothing
you gonna
but
put the
the
bonk
sweaters.
list? You want to put it on the bonk list? Go ahead, tough guy. See, this is like I feel like we're in The Sopranos right now. Like put your hands up, fight me like a man. When Tony beats the fuck out of Jackie Aprile Jr. in the bathroom.
Yeah, but
put your hands up.
It's
dude.
hard. It's hard.
That was right before they killed Jackie Aprile.
Yeah, but put your hands up. Fight me like a man. Like let me hate you.
It's hard to get up when you don't even make the Sweet 16. Like you said, it's kind of just By the time Thursday rolls around, people will have forgotten about Duke.
Yeah, I already did, and it's sad. Yeah. It's sad. How about Muss Bus, Mr. March, until we get to Sunday, but Mr. March in waiting.
Yeah, Mr. March, he was awesome. He's so energetic on the sidelines, and then he took off his shirt after the win. That was a great game. Awesome game, back and forth, switching back and forth. But after the game, Muss goes up to the sidelines, jumps in the crowd, takes his shirt off, and he looks good.
Looks real good.
Muss has been doing P90X or something. He might be keto because that's a bod that won't quit.
Yeah. He looks good. His coach is great. He's a giant killer. He's 2 years in a row. He's taken down a 1 seed.
I just wish that after the game he had gone back on the court to scout the next game, still shirtless.
Yeah,
that would have been sick.
Because he was back out there.
Yeah. Oh, he was back out there within maybe 5 minutes.
Instantly, he's ready to go. But yeah, he's good for college basketball. Like he's a fun character, and his teams, like this is what gets you Mr. March in waiting. Your teams overperform when they get to March. Like Arkansas has had a tough year, a lot of injuries, and now they're here and they're like, hey, we're 2 games away from the Final Four.
So Titus and I were talking about what the next step in college basketball is going to be, how it's going to become more like the NBA, where maybe some teams are going to start realizing that seeding doesn't matter that much in the NCAA tournament.
It doesn't.
Start resting your guys. The regular season doesn't matter. And for Arkansas, if you got a great coach like Muss, as long as you get in and you're not a high seed, anybody can win anything. It's no matter what happens once you get in the tournament, you're going to have to play some tough games to win a championship.
Yeah.
So you can't really, and you're not going to be able to plan out in advance who you're going to have because there are going to be upsets that happen. It's not going to be a straight path.
Right.
So
and it's really the only thing that seeding matters is location, and they've already kind of screwed that because we saw Houston. That was a game on Saturday. Houston had to play basically a road game at Auburn. And Houston, it was a weird because we get to Saturday, Purdue's already gone, Kansas is gone, and Houston's down 10.5. And you're like, is this just a tournament where every 1 seed just loses because Alabama hadn't played yet? And they were down 10.5, and then they came out and they were like, oh, we're just going to be a boa constrictor and just strangle the life out of Auburn. Auburn went 4 for 22 in the second half.
Yeah, the second half.
4 field goals.
From Houston was awesome. Shout out Calvin Sampson. He put together, he actually adjusted at halftime. So credit to him. We were having a debate during the game on how much Bruce Pearl weighs. And you could tell me anywhere between 225 and 280 pounds, and I would believe
What's
you.
his height?
I think he's 5'11". If I were to guess, I'd say
Jake?
Bruce Pearl's 5'11". But he's he's like a stout guy.
He's a stocky guy.
He seems like he's dense, like he's got big bones.
Unofficial 5'11".
And I think that if you
I think he's like 220.
he probably loses 20 pounds a game in sweat.
But he looks good.
I'm saying he's stout. He wears it well. So if you told me he was 220, I would believe you. If you told me he was 280, I would also believe you.
He probably has a weirdo trainer, and he's in the facility at 4:30 in the morning doing all kinds of workouts.
Yeah.
It's like all coaches are like that. I also think you probably think he's smaller because he's around basketball players all the time.
Yeah, true.
Good point.
So he comes in, he towers over us. He's actually 6'5". What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like me. Everyone thinks I'm short because I stay next to Big Cat all the time.
Yeah, you're actually 6 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they squeezed the life out of him. It was an insane performance second half. Houston, we should talk about Princeton, the other giant killer. They beat Arizona, busted Jake's bracket. Jake lost 2 of his Final Four teams in the first 2 days.
Who'd you have?
3, Indiana.
Oh, you have 3.
That's
Now are you going to say the thing that it's going to make me mad?
Yes, I am.
Okay, it's going to trigger me, but go ahead and say it.
I have a perfect region
He has a perfect region.
so far.
your eyes.
What?
Oh, in the
Yeah.
yeah. Wait, is that a region that had a lot of upsets in it?
No.
No.
It had just Arkansas. That was the only upset.
Okay.
Everything else was chalk.
Let me ask something else. Does anyone else in this room have a perfect region?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I actually have 4 perfect regions if you want to look.
Okay, Mr. 72 at Shinnecock.
Well, I mean, what are you talking about?
He's calling Cap. Jake, call Cap on him.
Cat.
Billy, will you look at that real quick and tell me how many regions I have perfect?
4 regions.
4 regions. Thank you. I have the perfect bracket going.
Yeah, so
but Jake, you lost 3 out of your 4
I understand
Final
it's an
Four
awful,
teams.
shitty bracket.
Whoa.
But whoa.
But I have a perfect region. There's nothing you can say to spin that.
Whoa.
Jake.
Whoa.
It's bad.
Language.
I'm gonna back off because you seem like you're about to blow. You
I have
just
a
dropped the S-bomb on me.
I have a perfect region.
I'm sure. I'd like you to apologize to the listeners at home.
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Do you consider yourself a man of faith?
Yes. Deep drive to left. Yeah.
He's got a perfect region.
Princeton is absolutely killing offensive rebounds. That's the key. They're getting second chance shots. They have, I think they have 29 offensive rebounds through 2 games.
And Mizzou was supposed to have just an insane advantage in terms of athleticism and the pace and everything. And it wasn't even a game. They kicked the shit out of them. I want to read to you a paragraph that's so perfect because whenever we have an Ivy League school go deep in the tournament, it's like obviously everyone in the media went to an Ivy League school, so they just love talking about the Ivy League school. This is from the New York Times. The first paragraph about Princeton. Blake Peters, a sophomore guard for Princeton, plays Spanish classical guitar, speaks fluent Mandarin, and it turns out is as tough as nails when his Tigers have a chance to advance to the round of 16.
You know what that guy sounds like? He sounds like in a romantic comedy, the lovable main character breaks up with his girlfriend, and then she starts dating this guy. Yeah, he played basketball at Princeton. He plays flamenco guitar.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
And he's a trader on Wall Street also.
Yeah, exactly.
He's rich as fuck.
By the way, Jamie Dixon.
But he can't, you know what? He can't make her laugh.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Princeton, all the nerds, very nice to root for Princeton. Jamie Dixon just told TCU to stop fouling, and they decided to foul, and the spread was 4, and so I'm going to lose. That was not fun. He literally said stop fouling, and they kept fouling.
That's tough. I took TCU money line, so that ship had sailed.
That was an unfortunate ending to a great game. Gonzaga goes to a Sweet 16, probably the deepest they've ever been.
For the first time ever.
Yeah, that was such bullshit that they just said stop fouling. Give me a prayer. Give me a prayer 3.
Oh, he's going to shoot it?
He's going to shoot it.
He's going to shoot it.
Oh!
Yes! Oh my God!
Wait, let me just double check. I took the money.
Oh
line.
my
That
God!
was unreal.
That was an. I hope everyone's watching.
Are they going to review that?
I hope everyone's
I think
watching
he got it
the
off.
YouTube. What a way to end that game. What a way to end the weekend. Nothing better than ending with a win. Holy
Wow.
shit. That was awesome.
That was
TCU was
crazy.
+4.
They didn't
were
pressure
down
him at all.
6, and he just dribbled the ball up or let the ball roll all the way up. Hank, you just missed an all-time moment. Did you have it?
I had a money line.
Oh, fuck.
Congrats, Big Cup.
Thank you. It's good to win one like
Heading
that.
into the Sweet 16 with momentum.
I haven't won one like that all tournament, it feels like, except FAU. They got completely the luckiest win of my life. And Memphis just got absolutely screwed. You guys both had money line?
Yeah, and I had Memphis too.
Oh, fuck. And you had Purdue.
I did have Purdue. I deserve all the bad
I
things.
just remember looking over to you
Yeah,
during the Purdue game, and you were seething with rage.
I might have made one of the biggest mistakes of my life, gambling-wise, with the exception of the doink, by betting on all the 1 seeds and the 2 seeds. I think next year I'm going to take every 1 and 2 seed money line, or every 15 and 16 seed money line.
Yes.
And just try to turn this around because that was a miserable experience. Never root for Goliath.
I want to get back to Princeton real quick, but I want to tweet out this clip because that was an all-time cover. So let's do the March Madness recap from Jack Links. We all have a wild side. Feed it with meat. Eating Jack Links lets you unleash your inner beast. Feed your wild side with Jack Links. We've been eating Jack Links all weekend. We had Sasquatch with us, the Rage Room. It was incredible. So wait, Jake, are you leaving to go to the Titus show?
Yes.
So
subscribe
both
to
give
the
us your
March
Jack
Madness
Links
show.
recap. Both give it to us.
Jack Links recap. I love seeing a 15 and a 16 seed win in the NCAA tournament for the first time ever. Second time a 16's won ever, obviously, on the men's side. But at the end of the day, we talked about it before. We still have some big-time, big-name teams, despite the Blue Bloods being out. Alabama, Houston. I am very excited for the West region. I think that is the best Sweet 16 matchups between Arkansas, UCLA. Arkansas, UConn, UCLA, Gonzaga. Rematch of that buzzer beater in the Final Four.
Yeah,
2 years ago.
Good storyline.
Yeah, and then Muss versus Hurley. Sign me up.
All right.
Have a great rest of the show.
Definitely. All right. Actually, Billy, I'll wait. I have a roback question for you later, so we'll do your full recap after.
Hank, were you using the restroom?
Yeah.
You had
Were.
to go poop?
No, I don't know if it was the dinner we got, but I just got a weird hot flash stomach thing.
Did you poop?
No,
What'd you do?
I puked a little bit, like dry.
What?
heaved.
You
He
just
looks a little
puked?
green.
Yeah, I
looks
just
a
got like
little
super sweaty, and then I just like had to like.
You're the puke guy.
I mean, I don't know. What do you want me to say?
No, I think you pooped.
I would admit it if I pooped. I have no problem pooping.
You missed Jake dropped a shit on us.
Whoa.
He got very triggered because he has a perfect region. This region right here, that literally the only upset was Arkansas over Kansas. So he's lost 3 out of 4 Final Four teams, but he keeps saying, well, I have a perfect region.
Yeah, that means nothing.
Right. But he keeps saying, well, does anyone else have a perfect region?
That's not even going to win you your bracket.
No. And then he tried to show us that he was in like 10th place. It's like, but you don't have any points left.
But that's like Charles Barkley's. His bracket is completely messed up right now, and I think he has that same perfect region.
Yeah,
That's
exactly. Yeah, that's what I said to Jake. I was
That's
like,
the you don't know ball.
I was like, yeah, Charles Barkley's entire. It was very funny. Every time they showed him, he just had to keep on Xing out every single spot in his bracket except for that region. Mm-hmm. That region has to have the most points.
Yep.
If you picked one upset, you got the perfect region. Arkansas over Kansas. Okay, back to Princeton real quick. This guy, Mitch Henderson, their coach, he's so Princeton because he went to Princeton. He was on the team that beat UCLA. And, like, I think you and I, PFT, share the same memories of, like, we think Princeton backdoor cut that one game against UCLA. Unfortunately, this is just a sign to never, like, go back into the past and look up old things. What was the score of that UCLA-Princeton game?
I have no idea.
Okay, because I remember it as like one of, like, because it was UCLA won the tournament the year before, Tyus Edney coast to coast, all-time moment. I can't remember what round that was in. They lose to Princeton the next year, also all-time moment. And I was thinking, like, I remember that game so vividly. It was such a great game.
Yeah.
Final score was 43-41.
Oh, that's sick.
I was like, damn it. That was one of my favorite tournament games, 43-41.
Because we just remember the backdoor cut. Yeah. The backdoor cut was so revolutionary
It was
back
awesome.
in 1996
It was
because
awesome.
no coach had
Pete
thought
Carell.
no coach had thought to have their player just straight up run at the basket and then receive a pass.
Yeah.
It broke basketball. But you know what? I distinctly remember how Princeton would run that play too, because they would tell their guards, just dribble the ball with one hand and don't pick it up with two hands before passing it. Throw it with one hand off the dribble.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, what is this razzle dazzle?
And I remember they were showing it over and over, the replays, like, look at what Princeton's doing. They're fucking them up with the backdoor cut. And again, like, if you asked me for, like, iconic moments in my head for the tournament, like, as a kid, that was one of them. 43-41.
Well,
Brutal.
We probably would have had the over in that game.
Yeah. And also, I watched, they had, like, a full game broadcast that I just peeped at, and I forgot that, like, you would just watch stretches of basketball games without the score on the TV screen.
Yeah. You had to rely on the announcers to update you. Do you also remember having to call a number after games were over, or like in the middle of the night to try to get what the scores were?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You'd have to call the sports machine, or
Yeah.
you'd have to call the score number.
Yeah, because
And
they
then
wouldn't
you'd have
print
to-
it in the paper.
Then you'd have to wait for 10, 15 minutes as they read every single score from
Yes.
every single game until you got to yours.
World. That was that segment. But yeah, that was 43-41. But yeah, Princeton is like, they might just be good. Like, you know, FDU, they were good, but also they met FAU and lost, and it was like, oh shit, that's probably what to expect. Princeton might just be good the way they beat Arizona, and then they just fucking killed Missouri. Like, killed them.
If you can bang with the big boys and box them out and get offensive rebounds, you can beat anybody.
Yeah, and now they play Creighton, which will be, I don't know, 2 mid-majors.
Mid-majors going
battling
after
it
yeah.
out.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you can beat a Power 5 school like Mizzou, Princeton should be able to wipe out a mid-major like Creighton.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, should we go to Alabama killed Maryland? Sorry to Scott Van Pelt, although Scott Van Pelt's had a great weekend with Edwin Diaz's injury. So a guy can't have it all.
3 of his logos were spinning.
Yeah, you can't have it all. UCLA is still alive, Max, even though every time UCLA plays, an injury happens.
He literally said he's fine.
He said that he's fine, which sounds exactly like what Max would say if you were to just ask Max in the post-game interview, Max, how do you think he is?
Fine.
He's fine.
He's fine.
It's
Yeah,
fine. If
fine.
he lost 1 Super Bowl, it's fine.
If he just repeats that he's fine enough, he'll
Yeah.
be fine. So I'm going to put on my what do doctors wear? Stethoscopes?
Yeah.
I'm going to put on my PMT stethoscope, and say that his ankle is very, very swollen.
Yeah.
And his ankle is very, very badly sprained.
Yeah.
So he probably won't be fine.
He won't be
at
fine.
game time.
Yeah.
He might be like half fine.
Yeah.
You didn't hear what he said.
What'd he say?
He said that he's fine.
Okay.
He's fine. He's fine. He's totally fine. We should also mention.
I'm just glad that Northwestern lost.
Yeah, Northwestern lost. Darren Ravel did the fucking Tyson tattoo, and like, what? Just bummed me out. Whenever I see his tweets,
Honestly,
I get bummed out.
you ever listen to him talk? I wish he would bite my ear off.
Yeah, I bet he's just bums me out. Bums me out. Northwestern lost. UCLA is marching on. We should say, because another great wrinkle of the tournament, you know those memes like guys will sit around and just name baseball players for hours.
Yeah, Jeff Blauser.
Yeah, this happens with the tournament where we just get names and we keep them forever. And Andrew Funk is forever in our lore.
He's going to be a name for sure.
He had one game where he went 8 for 10. He unfortunately didn't shoot as well on Saturday night, but god damn it, do I love that kid.
Yeah,
He might be like 25. I think he's 25.
It was a very confusing game plan that they had him running against Texas.
Yeah.
Where he would just stand on the perimeter. And they were guarding him almost like a 1, where even when the lane was getting collapsed, their guy would stay out on him to make sure he didn't get an outlet pass. Turns out that's Funk's game for the most part.
Yeah.
Is catch and shoot on the perimeter. So they kind of neutralize that.
Yes.
Texas is just way more athletic than Penn State is.
Texas is very, very good. Texas is going to go up against Xavier in the Midwest, which has the 1, 2, 3, and 5 still left. So
it's funny to me how like all these new heads to basketball, the casuals drop in the NCAA tournament, and they're like, whoa, Texas's coach looks a lot like Gus Fring from Breaking Bad. And I'm like, I knew that a month ago, man. Come on, get with the program.
Yeah. Chris Beard.
Yeah.
That's the coach. Andrew Funk, we love you. We love you.
Yeah.
Like we did have some Andrew Funk moment. Thursday was fantastic. Saturday could have been an all-time moment if he hit that last shot.
Were you saying about him or somebody else that Funk is definitely going to be a dozen trivia questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, went to Penn State.
Yeah. Had
that one game. He had an iconic moment.
Yeah, this Penn State player went 8 for 10 from 3 in the first round.
Yep.
And you'll be like, fuck.
Oh, that's close.
Who is this?
No,
yeah. And then Jeff will be like, nope, sorry, that's not it. And he'd be like, no, actually, well, no. If it's your team, he'll give you credit for that. If it's Frank's team, he won't.
He won't. Yeah.
He'd be like, sorry, that wasn't close enough. But if it was your team, he'd be like, fuck. Yeah, no, you said Funk. Okay. Let's do Sunday games. It's brought to you by our friends at Peloton. If you're listening to this right now and you watch games all weekend, you probably need a Peloton. So say goodbye to the boring workouts. PFT, you've been on your Peloton.
I just talked about how I was only able to do a 1/4 mile run on Saturday. This morning, I got on the Peloton. Did a full bike ride because it's easier. You stay more. It occupies your mind. You got the live leaderboard. You're competing against people. I already knew I was kicking Dave's ass on the treadmill, but I saw the lineup of names. I was like, you know what? I can do this full ride.
Yeah. So you've been doing the Peloton. Hank, you been doing the Peloton?
Yeah, I'm gonna get back on my grind. I gotta get back in the buns of anarchy though.
Yeah,
maybe this week.
Wait, who's your favorite teacher again?
Kendall Toole.
Yeah.
Alex
Who's your
Toussaint.
second?
Alex
third.
Toussaint.
Third favorite.
I pretty much just vary between those two.
Okay, all right. Well, Peloton is more than just a bike company. They actually make a treadmill and a rower too. I've been on the Peloton treadmill. It is awesome. You can discover a whole new world of exciting classes that change working out from another dreaded task to something you want to stick with. It's hard to find the motivation to move when you see so many of the same boring workouts. That's why Peloton gamified the workout experience with lane breaks. So now you can pedal to crush levels. Move to your own beat in life and in your workouts. You can find what gets you moving with everything from metal rides to EDM walks or a scenic row through San Diego. I love the Peloton treadmill because sometimes you don't feel like running. You can do a hike. They'll do like a hike where you change the level where you're walking uphill, then you're going downhill, and they'll keep it very, like by the end of it, you've walked for 45 minutes. You're like, whoa, I burned 800 calories. That ruled. So try Peloton tread, row, or bikes. Risk-free with a 30-day home trial. New members only, not available in remote locations. See additional terms at onepeloton.com/home trial. All right, Sunday. The day that we're in. Should we talk about Mr. March, the official Mr. March? We probably should.
I have a question for you, Big
Okay.
Cat.
Because people are asking
No.
for an apology.
I think Tom Izzo is underrated. I think he's underrated as a head coach. For a while, he got so overrated that now he became underrated.
Yeah.
As a head coach. Mr. March himself, he seems to do this every single year. And, for the record, when I said Tom Izzo might be overrated, I was saying to squat on that take.
Yeah.
So I didn't believe it when I said it.
Yeah.
I'm just declaring that I'm going to be the first.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the first person to say it. So when the discussion eventually happens, I was there before all you guys.
Yes.
I'm going to have to wait another probably 5 or 6 years for that to come true.
I deserve a little criticism too because I owe Stanford Steve $1,600 if they go to the Final Four because I did make that bet with him. But Tom Izzo delivered again. He's been to the tournament 25 straight years. This is his 15th Sweet 16. He also broke the record today. 16 times he has won as an underseeded team. So, which is pretty crazy to think about that. Like, he just breaks every bracket. Maybe he's Mr. Bracket Breaker.
He might be.
That's really what it is.
I saw Izzo smiling during a game today and just completely animated with positive energy. And you know what I love about Izzo is even when he's like screaming at his players, and you can ask most of his former players, and they'll be like, yeah, he coaches us hard, but that's kind of a test for us. If you can handle being coached by him, it makes you better. So he'll break his players down during games. He gets mad. He holds people accountable. And then right after the game's over, he snaps the second Jamie Erdahl starts interviewing him.
Yeah.
And he just turns into like a grandpa cracking jokes with her. Like
Yes.
immediately.
Yes.
Completely changes. But yeah, this is Tom Izzo being Tom Izzo. Why are we surprised anymore when Tom Izzo does this in March?
He has more Sweet 16s than all but 17 programs. So 17 programs in NCAA basketball. He has more than everyone else. And then he has more Sweet 16s than 10 of the 12 teams in the Big Ten. So Indiana and Michigan are the only programs that have more Sweet 16s than Tom Izzo as a person. It's pretty crazy. I do think we probably underrate him. I know that he has to get that second title to like get into that rarefied air because second titles is really where, you know what I mean? Like it just, you look at the list of guys who won one title, there's a lot of guys. Then you get to second, it's a laundry list of the best coaches in the game. Not saying he's not one of them, but second would make his resume unassailable.
The real question becomes better or worse coach than Calipari.
Well,
so Calipari, certainly he has more than one
he
title.
only has one. We were talking, and this is going to suck for Kentucky fans because they not only lost to K-State today, but we got into the conversation that if Calipari had won that 2015 title where Wisconsin beat him in the Final Four and he'd done it as an undefeated team, he would be like untouchable in his entire resume.
Yeah, he would
an undefeated team,
he would be
2 national titles,
all-time great.
yeah,
with that.
all-time great. But it's funny you bring him up because I was like curious because I think what Tom Izzo does better than any other coach, it's the quick turnaround. So I think it was only 4 times in the tournament has he only won exactly one game. He basically either gets bounced right away or he gets the Sweet 16. There's kind of no middle ground. He's so good at the turnaround coaching. And he also just coaches teams that maybe don't have the top end talent that everyone else has, the Blue Bloods have. I looked it up. Michigan State in Tom Izzo's time has 4 lottery picks. So Jaren Jackson, Miles Bridges, Denzel Valentine, shout out to Bowles for that pick, and Jason Richardson. In that same time, Duke has 25 lottery picks. Cal at Kentucky, which is only going back to 2009, so this is Izzo 1995, so it's like double the years Izzo. Cal has 22. Kansas with Bill Self since 2003 has 13, and UNC with Roy since 2003 has 12. So it's pretty crazy how many of these schools have this top-end elite NBA talent, and Tom Izzo doesn't have that, and he's just putting together a resume every single March.
Yeah, 24-7 on games with 1 day rest.
Yeah.
Per ESPN's
That's coaching.
Mike Greenberg.
That's coaching.
It's coaching. He's a great coach.
Yeah.
No one ever said that he was a bad coach. I've never said that Tom Izzo is a bad coach.
Never said that.
I just said that someday somebody will say that he's overrated, and I just wanted to beat that person to the punch.
Yeah. Okay, so Mr. March advances. Kentucky loses. That was tough. Sean Miller and Xavier back to the Sweet 16. I was looking it up. Archie Miller really doesn't get enough credit for being like the dum-dum brother because his resume versus his brother's sucks. It sucks for him.
So Sean Miller, he's gonna get another job soon, right? Like he's gonna.
I don't know.
You think he's gonna stay at Xavier?
Because that's where he started. You know what I mean? Like he went Xavier and then he went obviously to Arizona, and maybe it's one of those things where it's like, hey, I got a good gig here, play in a power conference.
He probably is psyched to not be out in that Arizona heat all the time, sweating.
Yeah, sweating his balls off. I don't know. That might be one of those situations where he's like, this is home. I'm good. Like, you know, because the expectations are clearly different at Xavier, and he exceeds them every time.
Yep.
People are gonna get mad. I keep saying Xavier.
Xavier.
Yeah.
So
Xavier.
But
yeah, he went. He was at Xavier from early 2000s. Went to Arizona for a long time. Obviously, didn't end great. And now he's back at Xavier. Like, why not just be there?
Those ex-Xavier teams from the early 2000s were fun to watch too.
Yeah.
They were good basketball teams. So they played against Pittsburgh today, who wore their black jerseys again, their first loss.
Where Sean Miller played.
Wearing the black jerseys.
Yep.
And it's so funny when they put them on because they're just trying to look like the basketball version of the Steelers.
Yep.
Which I love. It's like we'll break these out when we'll play Renegade.
Yeah.
And then that way people from Pittsburgh will pay it. That's really if you want to do numbers in Pittsburgh, just have black and yellow be your team colors for any sport. Now you're the basketball Steelers.
It's the greatest thing any city's ever done. I've said it before, but like when the Pirates suck or the Penguins suck, the fans of Pittsburgh can sit there like in the middle of July and just look out on the field and be like,
Steelers coming.
Like I'm just like,
you smell
I'm
that?
thinking about the Steelers.
They're probably
like, that's all you can do. Like it's a genius thing they've done.
They're probably pumped to have the Pirates suck to a certain extent because it's just like, well, you know what? We don't have to waste our time and mental energy focusing on a sport and a team that's not the Steelers.
Yeah, it's like the Homer Simpson, like girl Bart.
Yeah.
The Pittsburgh just has like baseball Steelers, hockey Steelers, basketball Steelers. Mm-hmm. It's good. They're all the Steelers.
Yeah, or was it Stav that was saying like that's white Lamar?
Yeah, right.
That's short Lamar.
Yeah, that's how you could just look at it, just like Steelers. It's everything you see in Pittsburgh, which is smart because that's the team. But
even their bridges are Steelers.
Yeah,
like everything. They're like Steelers. I'm convinced that they painted the bridges after they had the football team.
I mean, the majority of people in Pittsburgh just drive around all the time, just in their brain, they're just like Steelers all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's a great life to have.
Yeah, honestly, respect.
Yeah,
I wish I could do that.
So much respect. All right, the UConn looks good. Danny Hurley versus Muss in the second round. Hank's going to puke again.
Oh, Hank, are you
Oh
gonna?
no, he looks ghostly.
white.
Number
looks
one,
so white.
He's good. He might do number 3.
He just
poop and puke at
hobbled
the same
off.
time.
You might take a screenshot.
Do you think this is soft by Hank, Max?
I just hope he doesn't have a stomach bug and gets us sick.
Oh jeez.
I don't believe
I'm
in
stronger
stomach
than
bugs.
that. I'm stronger than
Yeah.
that. I'm way stronger than
Stomach
that.
bugs are so bad.
Yeah, but you
way
can't catch
stronger
a
than
stomach
that.
bug from somebody unless you like eat their puke.
I feel like that's like the easiest thing to catch from somebody.
No,
I've-
PFT's right.
Yeah.
I've gotten 3 stomach bugs in my life. Is all because I ate someone else's puke.
Yep. Like a dog. I mistook it for my own.
One time I had a lick of poop, but that was it. That was fine.
That
was diarrhea.
I can't remember the last time I caught a stomach bug. I'll get a
This
cold.
is such a bad segment.
No,
God damn it.
I'll listen. I'll catch a cold.
We're not gonna have a show on Wednesday.
I'll catch a cold. I'll catch a cough. I'll get a fever sometimes. I don't remember the last
Little
time
herpy
I started puking.
here and there.
I think I'm clean on that actually.
Yeah, no, but you catch one.
Yeah, somehow I made it through.
Yeah, Hank. Goddamn. Yeah, Danny Hurley versus Muss is going to be awesome. UConn looks awesome. Second half
UConn sleeper national title team right now.
They're one of I have 3 futures in the Sweet 16. My mystery team has been eliminated. People did figure it out. It was Kentucky because remember I promised Harvey when we were on Kentucky Sports Radio if Kentucky won, I'd split it with him. Harvey, if you're listening to this, you would have had $100,000 because I got him at 55-1, so that sucks for you. But yeah, UConn looks good. I'm trying. The Creighton looked good. There was a lot of good games, and then we had FDU fall short. They fucking fought so goddamn hard. Mm-hmm. It was. I love those kids. I love those kids.
We should talk a little bit about Kansas State.
Yeah, no, Kansas State.
Ncaa.
Kansas State's purple, the lavender pops.
It's beautiful. It's a thing of beauty, and they have my favorite player of the tournament.
Yes,
in Mikel Noel.
He
that
just
kid
bombs.
That kid is awesome. That kid is so much fun to watch. Not only does he bomb, he crosses people up. He's maybe the best passer in the tournament. Also, he's throwing like behind his head alley-oops to people on a dime. This kid is insane to watch. I fucking love watching him play. I hope they keep winning because again, that's another short king. The short kings are the market inefficiency right now, and Kansas State as an institution, they should just market entirely to short kings.
Yes.
Because what's his name? Deuce Vaughn.
Yep.
Their running back, 5'5".
Yep.
And then Darren Sproles, he's probably 5'5", 5'6". They're the official.
That's just older Juice Vaughn.
Yeah, older Deuce Vaughn. They're the official college of short people.
Yes.
Respect. Or actually technically perfectly average because
Yes.
I think he's 5'9". I think Noel is 5'9", right?
Yeah, but it was a very tight game. Oscar Tshiebwe had, I think, 18 rebounds. It was everyone knew going into that game Kansas State can't do anything about his rebounding, and they just couldn't all game.
I'm gonna miss him in college basketball.
Yeah, we might have one more year.
Bring him back.
I'll let you know when I go to Keeneland and I see him at Jeff Ruby's. I'm like, oh, you're back again? He's like, it's actually my 3rd year.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Noel, that game was so tight, and then at the end of the game, he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna win this game. And I'm just going to start bombing. And in a tournament that has been the worst shooting tournament ever, it was something – it's basically shifted how our eyes work, where if a player hits a, perfect 3 swish, it's the most – it, brought tears to my eyes.
Yeah.
When he started hitting, it was like, I've never seen shots go in before.
Yeah, and also shout out Willie the Wildcat, Kansas State's mascot. A lot of people saw him and they're like, whoa, what happened to the rest of his body? No, that's what Willie does. In football season, he wears pads because that's what the players wear. And then in basketball season, he just wears a jersey and he's got his human arms and human legs sticking out to the side.
Yes.
So I went on a deep dive and started watching a bunch of Willie the Wildcat videos from football season. Before every game, they used to dress one of their drill team guys or dance team guys up as the mascot from the opponent's team.
Okay.
And then Willie would just lay him out, jack him up,
I've
hit
seen
stick
these
style. At midfield. And they had to stop doing it because he gave a kid a seizure because he hit him so hard.
Fuck yes.
But that's Willie, baby.
Shout out Willie. Also, Kansas State's got a little touch of Team of Destiny because they have Keontae Johnson, remember, who collapsed for Florida last year.
Yep.
And it was a very scary situation. He's now on Kansas State. Maybe a little that will be a story that people write about if they make the Final Four.
Was that last year or 2 years ago?
It might have been 2 years ago, but yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, I think it was 2020.
Yeah, that was a very scary situation. But yeah, he is on Kansas State and he's a very good player, and they might have that Team of Destiny. Who knows?
I'm rooting for him.
Who knows? Yeah, I'm rooting for Keontae Johnson too. Okay, so let's see. Wait, was it? No, it was last year, I think, because he only played 1 game last year. All COVID years all blend together. We don't really understand
how time happened the last 3 years.
Oh no, it was it was 2020.
Yeah, it's 2 years ago.
Is that 2 years
2
ago?
seasons
3 years
ago.
Yeah, 2 seasons ago. Damn, time doesn't
So wait, this might be
fucks me up.
This might be a clone Keontae Johnson.
Yeah, Billy.
It was actually before the vaccine even existed.
Oh, so you can't blame it on the vaccine.
Or maybe it was an experimental vaccine they gave him.
Okay. Oh, Hank's back.
Hey, oh, you do
He's
look
looking so white.
You look weird.
You look so weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
Did you puke again?
Yeah, the rice.
Did you save any that we could eat?
I mean, there's some in the trash.
Okay. You puked in the trash? You couldn't make it to the bathroom?
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I just got hot sweats, hot flashes.
You look like you got jaundice going on right now.
I feel good. There is something about when you just
You
puke
feel
and
good?
it feels better. Well, no, I was
That
feeling,
is
I was
true.
feeling weird, and then I just I don't know. I'm sweating though.
What you eat?
I had a burrito with spicy rice.
Oh no.
Wait, the rice was spicy or
Yeah,
the
the
sauce
rice was spicy.
and the burrito was
not
spicy?
We all had.
No,
I don't
it
know.
wasn't
I mean, I don't
spicy
know
at all.
what type of rice it was, but
Hank, does it have anything to do with the fact that the Celtics are in 3rd place now?
yeah, that's a mathematical anomaly.
That is an interesting thing for you to bring up. I'd like you to talk
Hey,
about
those
it
are
more.
2 words I never thought I'd hear you say. On
A
part of my take.
mathematical anomaly? Okay, go
Wait,
on.
first of all, can you explain to me what a mathematical anomaly is?
It's just something that doesn't make sense. The numbers don't add up.
Okay.
X plus Y doesn't equal Z for some reason.
Okay.
But the
Do you know-
Celtics.
wait, those are letters you just said.
Yeah, I know.
3
You know
plus
math
3
though.
plus 3.
Math. 7.
7. Okay, yeah, exactly.
They have a better record and they have the tiebreaker, so the 3rd place thing doesn't make a lot of sense.
The Celtics
Wait.
have a better record than the Sixers?
What do you mean better record?
But then why are they above them
They've
in
got
the standings?
They have one more loss than the Sixers. And,
that's
and
not a
their
better record.
Their win percentage is lower than the Sixers.
Yeah, so if you have one more loss, that's not a better record.
Yeah, but
Because if the Sixers win all the rest of their games,
Yeah.
the Sixers are the 2 seed.
yeah,
They
well,
control their own destiny.
I know I'm not a world-renowned educated person, but maybe Billy, you could tell me which of these two numbers is higher, 686 or 681.
686 is higher.
Okay, mystery team. That was the Sixers.
all right, wait, I have one, Billy.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm having a stat off.
Which one's higher, 49 or 48?
49 is higher.
Okay, I'm going to counter that with another mystery stat. Which one is higher, 22 or 23?
23.
So that
So
was the
to
Celtics'
me,
losses.
That
So they've
means
got
that
more
they
losses.
are basically even,
I think there's some
The loss
division.
column
but
is
the
how you
Celtics
go it
have
off
the
of.
tiebreaker.
Well, you guys have a win streak, right? You guys have won 8
No,
in a row?
because that's the thing. If what you're saying, if both
Oh, no, there's a
teams,
Sixers
You
that
have
won
literally
8 in a
no
row.
color in your face right now.
I'm struggling. I'm fighting through adversity right now.
You're doing translucent face.
What I'm saying though, what you
You look like a ghost.
let me see how. Yeah, I mean, I
You look like a ghost.
That's a rough.
You look
game.
like a man who's
I
never
don't
been
know
on
if you
vacation.
guys. I don't know if you guys were cutting to me earlier, but I was like internally just like, what is going on?
Well, you
right
hobbled
now?
off to go puke.
Yeah, it was bad. If what you're saying doesn't make sense though, because if the Celtics win the rest of their games and the Sixers win the rest of their games,
Yeah.
the Celtics have the tiebreaker.
No, you don't understand.
Because
the Sixers will have more wins.
Yeah, because the Celtics
No,
right
they
now have
won't.
played more.
Yeah, they will.
Yes, because
the
Hank,
Sixers.
Hank, fact or fiction? I'll put in terms you can understand. Fact or fiction? If the Sixers win the rest of their games, that means that they would have no more losses, right? On the
Fact.
season.
22
Okay,
losses.
so fact or fiction? If the Celtics win the rest of their games, they will also have no more losses. That would mean that's a fact. That would mean that the Celtics would have one more loss on the season than the Sixers would.
You go off the loss column, not the win column.
All right, fine.
Max, any response to that?
No, I mean, NBA or Bill Simmons said that the Sixers are looking forward to seeing the Celtics in the playoffs, which definitely won't come back to bite them.
Oh no.
But I think that Simmons just making up false reports.
I don't
to
think-
go against
I don't
that
think
go
he would
against
do
the
that.
Sixers.
Celtics are going through it though. They're not playing well. Jason Tatum's specifically not playing well. It's just tough, coaching change, trying to live up to championship.
You've had the same coach all year.
No, I know, but I'm saying, obviously you compared this season to last season. The last season they made a championship run. It's just higher standards.
And now Brad Stevens might be going to Purdue.
I don't think that's happening.
Things are falling apart.
Rico Bosco did report that's the first call they have to make.
I think you call Brad Stevens all the time. Everyone should.
Everyone
should call Brad Stevens.
If you have like a opening in middle school basketball, Brad Stevens should be your first call.
Make him say no to you.
Imagine if you got a call for every coach opening ever.
He should.
Brad Stevens. All right, other games from Sunday. FDU. They tried really hard. That was an exciting. They fought to the end because that, you can lose when you lose. Like St. Peter's lost to UNC last year. You're like, all right, the Cinderella run had to end. FDU lost fighting to the very end, and they were winning that game with 4 minutes left. They went out like champs.
They missed a lot of open shots. They missed some open threes they probably wish they had back. They missed some layups they wish that they had back. We should credit FAU. John L. Davis had 25 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals. First time in NCAA tournament that anybody's ever had that stat line.
That's pretty cool.
So pretty good game for him. And FAU, I've said at least once on this show, if I had to do college all over again, knowing what I know now, I think I would go to FAU.
FAU.
Because of the campus, where it's at. You're in Boca Raton. Your perspective changes a little bit, and you realize what would be the most fun college experience. It would either be go to a big state school that has massive football and basketball programs, or just go live in Boca for 4 years and have the time of your life.
Yeah, and Dusty May's just a great name. Made up name. Totally his. That's his stripper name.
Sounds like a wrestler.
There's no way.
Maybe, but stripper wrestler.
Yeah, there's no way that's his real name.
Yeah, or an old grandma porn star.
Yeah, Dusty May.
But it's MAE.
Yeah, we're now combining basically every name. Dusty Rhodes, and then he's a stripper porn star, old person.
Yep.
Fake name though. Miami, shout out Miami. Coach L gets them to the Sweet 16. Indiana really had a moment here where they could have just taken They beat Purdue twice this year. Purdue loses to a 16 seed. If Indiana had gotten to the Sweet 16 and they could have talked for an entire week about how they went to the Sweet 16 as a 4 seed and Purdue lost in the first round as a 1 seed, that would have been nice for them.
Yeah, it's Indiana still. They like to think that they're back or on the precipice of being back all the time.
Yeah.
And if they had gone to a Sweet 16, then you can make the case Indiana basketball is back. They're the only blue blood team that I think doesn't have the color blue in their scheme, right? Going through the list in my head, I think that they are.
Yeah, UNC, Duke, UCLA.
Michigan State? No.
No,
I
they're
don't
not a
think
blue
they are.
blood.
Villanova.
Although I think if Izzo wins a second championship, I think Michigan State could take the blue blood mantle away from Indiana.
Yeah.
If they have a perfect season. Next coach have a perfect season, they inherit Indiana's blue bloodness.
I also hope Trace Jackson Davis, I don't think he might have a year left. I think he has a year left. He's like 23, but I hope he stays because he's a fun college basketball player.
Yeah, there was one player on Memphis who's 26 years old.
Yeah, that's
26.
illegal.
He's older than Joe Burrow is.
That's illegal.
And he had 4 fouls with 13 minutes left in the game, or it was more than that. Penny Hardaway put him back in with 13 minutes left in the game. All-time ballsy move by Penny. I was upset that Memphis lost. They're a fun team to watch.
Yeah. And then Gonzaga ended the night with a comeback win against TCU. Gonzaga still got it. Drew Timme he has another year, which is crazy.
Yeah.
He does actually have another year, and he said he's not coming back. But
he could transfer.
I don't understand why players, like, if you have another year and you're really good and you're at a smaller school, why wouldn't you just transfer to, like, UNC or something?
I think that'd be amazing if Drew Timme transferred to a big state school.
Right.
Got away for it.
Like,
If I
get
were-
all
if I
the
was him, I would
connections
do it.
there.
Yeah.
Or go to Notre Dame. Alumni will take care of you for the rest of your life. That's what they always say.
Yeah, I'd
It's
transfer
an
to
80-year degree.
I would transfer to FAU.
Yeah.
And just hang out on the beach.
And just get to the tournament there.
Or Hawaii.
Toledo.
Why don't more players just go to college in Hawaii?
That's a good question.
Low-key heard it sucks. I actually had this conversation over the
As
weekend.
Billy-
the state or the university?
No,
Billy
like
heard
the
Hawaii
university.
sucks.
Oh, because the state is awesome.
Yeah,
It's great.
but heard the university sucks.
What about it?
If you're like not from Hawaii, they don't fuck with you.
Ah, got it.
Oh, really?
But if you're really
Yeah.
sick at sports, they probably do fuck with you. That's
They
kind of
might
the
not.
equalizer in life.
I mean, Colt Brennan seemed to really enjoy Hawaii so much that he got the state of Hawaii like died into the side of his head.
Isn't he Hawaiian?
no.
I don't think he was.
No. I think he's also passed away. So R.I.P. Colt
R.I.P.
Brennan. Yeah, R.I.P. Thoughts and prayers. Jake will probably use his thoughts and prayers for someone who stubbed their toe. We're
Yeah.
gonna
Oh,
use
he's
it
from
to Colt
California.
Brennan. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Hawaii adjacent. But if you're good at sports, it equalizes everything at life.
True.
Everyone likes the dude who's good at sports.
Yeah.
So Drew Timme, go to Hawaii. Why not?
I would.
Yeah. Just have an awesome time. Maybe get some NIL shit.
Can you transfer mid-season?
I don't think so. I don't think you can play. You can like
Yeah, that's okay. So I would go to FAU. No, I would go to Hawaii. Wait, I go to FAU, play there, and then transfer to Hawaii for like the last 2 months of my collegiate career.
yeah, I like that.
Just get my degree there.
So we have our Sweet 16. Awesome games. I'm very excited for this. Is the worst 4 days in the 3.5 days in the sports calendar because you wake up on Monday and you're like, what's life without being able to watch basketball all day?
Oh, I'm sad that Jake's not here right now because I have something pretty wild.
Oh yeah,
I got
Give it to me.
I got a wild stat coming up.
Give it to us.
Tennessee FAU. They're playing Thursday at the Mecca at MSG.
Yep.
The 2 athletic directors of these 2 schools, they're brothers.
What?
How wild is that?
That is wild.
They're white brothers, which when I first saw that written out, I was a little bit confused as to what that meant. Like, is this a
Is
Rachel?
their last name White?
Is it a Dolezal situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're what? Danny and Brian White,
Yeah.
athletic directors.
Wow. That's wild. They got to have a bet.
Their mom has to be like wearing the double, like a suit breast with 2 different colors
Yes,
on it, like the
yes.
Kelsey.
Yeah. Fuck. They should send each other a transfer.
Yeah, oh, I like that. Or no, the
You
winner,
get-
the
FAU
winner
gets
gets
Joe
the best
Milton.
player.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, FA, yeah, that'd be sick. We already know he can throw an orange 106 yards.
Yeah. If Tennessee loses, FAU gets Joe Milton. If Tennessee wins, Tennessee gets Lane Kiffin's recruiting tactics that he probably left behind. His book.
Wait, they both had Lane Kiffin experience.
Yeah, that's true, but the updated one.
Okay, the good one.
Yeah,
The
the
good
good
stuff.
one.
Got
The
it.
one that's getting Ole Miss going.
Got it.
Okay. Last thing for the tournament, the Roback question, rhoback.com. Use code TAKE for 20% off your first purchase. I'm wearing the joggers right now. I wore them all weekend. They are the absolute best. Q-zips, polos, hoodies, everything at roback.com. Last question, Billy. We weren't with you all weekend. What'd you think about the tournament?
It was a hell of a time to bet major underdogs.
Yeah.
'Cause they all fucking hit. And, like, it was wild. I mean,
This is assault on PFT.
It is.
I know, like, I bet against Purdue just, like, as a joke. And it
That's a
hit.
bit?
And
It was a
like,
bit?
It was, like, plus 1,200.
Yeah,
It was a bit.
I bet on Purdue as a bit. And
Yeah.
you bet against them as a bit.
I mean, I paid my whole bar tab off of a $10 bet. It was insane.
Really?
Sick.
You
Like,
bought
that
round
was-
round for the boys?
Round for the boys.
Okay, what else?
How much was your bar tab?
Like
120
$100 bucks.
bucks.
120
That's like when your
yeah.
doctor asks you how much you drink, and
Yeah.
you have to do a second to do the lie math.
Yeah. How was St. Patrick's Day?
It was sick.
Yeah.
And the games were awesome. Watching it in the bars, like so many great games.
Yeah.
Everyone was going nuts.
What'd you do on St. Patrick's Day?
Just drank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That
was sick.
rules.
Are you still wearing your St. Pat? Is that the shirt that you wore?
I literally came straight from St. Patrick's Day here.
It's
Wait,
wait,
what day
Friday
is
was
it?
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, but like it's a whole
March,
weekend.
It's
a
March
whole- yeah.
20th.
I came straight from the parade to here.
You came straight from St. Patrick's Day.
I literally
Weren't the
went.
celebrations here last weekend too?
Yeah.
No, I was in South. I went to South Station. Then I went to Penn Station. Now I'm here.
Oh, you're in Boston. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you were there today in Boston.
Yeah.
So you literally did just come straight from
I just
St. Patrick's
came straight
Day.
from St. Patrick's Day.
How many days was your St. Patrick's Day this weekend?
3.
Okay, that's normal.
That's
It
toned
was-
down.
That was better than last year.
Yeah.
Did you have any fights that you witnessed that you didn't get in?
Nope.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
Didn't witness any crimes this weekend.
Nice.
That's a
Did
plus.
you commit any?
That's a
Didn't
lie.
commit any.
It's
Okay.
a lie that you didn't witness any crimes.
Because I could
this
just
weekend.
imagine
Actually,
Billy.
no, I witnessed
Billy
several
like.
crimes this
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah. Also, I just imagine Billy being like, "I didn't witness any crimes. He just robbed someone with his eyes closed." It's like I didn't witness it. Didn't happen. All right. So what else from the tournament?
Princeton going on a run was awesome.
Yeah, you respect them because of
I
the education thing.
Yeah, they're smart.
Yeah,
And they-
like that whole FAU part, you were just sitting there like, but then you'd have a degree from FAU. Gross.
You
That's
chill by the
true.
beach, would be chill.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would.
but then you'd have a degree from FAU.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
What's the degree at FAU?
I think it's fine.
Like,
Here-
you know,
I'm
some schools
probably fine. It
specialize-
doesn't matter.
I'm going
None
to
of
let
it
anybody in
matters.
on a secret.
Yeah.
It honestly doesn't matter.
None of
where
it
you went to school.
matters.
And pretty soon it's not going to matter whether or not you even went to college.
Correct.
Facts.
Yeah,
Yes.
college is kind of.
Whoa, is this a change, Billy?
No, I mean, I honestly thinking back on it, I probably didn't need to go to college.
Yeah.
The only thing
That's
college
facts.
is good for,
You could have been radicalized as an 18-year-old.
going to college is good. It's good to just get out of your house for a while. And it's like a halfway home to becoming an adult.
I mean, I guess it's
Billy is like the Goodwill Hunting, where he's like, someday you'll wake up and you learn you could have learned all that from a TikTok.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
That's where I got my degree. All right, what else?
It was dope.
That was it. All right,
was
that's we put a quote card for Billy there. NCAA tournament recap. It was dope.
I mean, just like it was like such a great time for parlays, just like chalky ass parlays.
Yeah.
Wait, no, not chalky ass parlays. You started this whole
No,
thing
other
out by
way,
saying
other way,
that you
other
bet
way.
all the underdogs.
Well, I bet all the underdogs, and then I just put like parlays together with just like all the easy picks.
Oh,
Oh, you
Except Purdue.
sounds like you kind of
actually
broke
like
Vegas.
it was like the mid picks. It was really fun.
Billy, Billy, do you have a spreadsheet?
I like haven't actually gotten into gambling on March Madness until this year, like really hard, and it was awesome.
What's your system? Because it sounds like
You wanna hear the
pick-
system?
It sounds like you picked all the underdogs, but then you also parlayed all the
Favorites.
overdogs that won.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're a genius.
So at some point, so like for example, I had Purdue in a parlay, but I also had, and it just all
FDU.
worked out.
Yeah.
Oh, you bet both sides.
He
Exactly.
broke Vegas.
I always beat Vegas.
Yeah.
we figured this out last
If you,
year.
if you bet both sides, you can't lose.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a fact. You cash tickets either way.
Actually, that would be a sound investment strategy to just bet both sides of every single game and then end up losing what? You'd probably miss out on what? 10%?
Yeah.
You'd lose 10% every bet.
Listen,
better than normal.
I won't. I've hit the all button at the racetrack before. Sometimes you got to see one go through the hoop.
Yep.
No, but if you put $10 on Furman and then $10 on a parlay that includes Purdue,
Virginia, yeah,
one's gonna.
yeah.
One's
You
gonna hit.
broke
You
Vegas.
go
You're
up.
bringing down the house.
No,
the
but
Billy football
wait,
story.
Billy, you're breaking my brain right now because if you bet if you bet on Furman,
This is the entire spreadsheet thing.
but
from
then you
Yeah,
bet
years
on,
ago.
but
It's
then you bet on
spreadsheet
Purdue,
out in the
But
wild.
in a parlay with other
you're not
chalky
guaranteed
picks.
that one of those two is going to win.
Yes,
Correct.
you are.
No, you
No,
aren't,
because they
but
play.
that's okay.
Furman played UVA and Purdue played against FDU.
Oh, that's what I meant. You put it on FDU and you put it on.
Got
Purdue.
it. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Yeah. I'm sorry that I doubted you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Billy, we should also Rodgers.
Yeah, dude, fucking awesome, right?
Yeah.
That's
Pretty chill.
awesome.
Very awesome.
Kind of worried though because it's not like official.
Yeah.
There's like a leverage situation.
It's
but
making
he
me
says
a-
he's coming.
He probably shouldn't have gone on national YouTube and said that out loud.
Yeah. So,
But I'm happy
they
he
got to
did.
figure it out.
Yeah, no, he's
They gotta
he's
figure
going
it
to
out.
be there.
And then he like bodied Schefter. I mean, he's coming out swinging. I mean, this is either like this is gonna go down in Jersey like fucking. It's gonna be really really bad, or it's gonna be really really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And
This, have you ever thought what it would be like to interview someone coming straight from St. Patrick's Day? I'd say this is going great.
Yeah, to Billy's credit, I don't.
it's gonna be like the Hindenburg,
Yeah,
another New Jersey crash, or it's gonna be like awesome.
Or Tony Soprano.
Yeah,
or a great blimp flight, uneventful.
Yeah.
yeah,
The good year.
Yeah.
It's either going to be a good year or the Hindenburg.
exactly.
Bam.
Blimp talk.
There we go.
Feels like 69.
Don't say boom.
Oh my God! What is this thing?
Oh, that
Oh my God! The Hindenburg.
we gotta play that
It's
back.
Yeah,
That's a
when-
classic.
When we had Stingray Steve narrating national tragedies,
Oh, the
and he
best.
goes, and all right, here we go, and it's the Hindenburg. Oh no, the humanity! Look at all the humanity.
Oh man!
Oh, the Hindenburg is about to go down. The Hindenburg is about to go down. Oh, the Hindenburg! Oh no, it's blown up! Oh no, that's not good! This is not good!
that
Oh,
was a classic.
throwback. Okay, should we do Who's Back, and then we have a Monday reading as well. So, PFT, you got a couple ads, and we'll do Who's Back.
Yes, I absolutely do. I want to talk to you about pepperoni. I love pepperoni. Billy, actually, I have a question for you because all these other guys were here when I asked this question on Friday's show. What breed of dog would be the #1 pick in the basketball draft?
Irish Wolfhound.
Good pick.
Yeah.
That's a solid pick. I like that.
Yeah.
I think we said Harlequin Great Dane.
Great Danes don't have good footwork.
Okay.
Yeah.
But maybe a greyhound, a tall greyhound would be good too.
Mm-hmm.
Pepperoni treats have the taste and aroma that dogs find irresistible. You can celebrate your favorite sports team with your BFF, your pup. Pepperoni Treats has the ultimate treats for your MVP, your most valuable pup. Treat your BFF to the ultimate meaty indulgence. That's Pepperoni Treats. We love pepperoni. They've got the original beef flavor treats. Billy claims that you can eat them for gains when you're working out. I don't know about that. That's fact check that before you try it at home. But definitely share them with your dog. Be your best friend's best friend with Pepperoni Treats. Go to pepperoni.com to find a bag near you. That's PUPPERONI.com. This segment's also brought to you by Hims and Hers. Who wants to have better sex? Better hair? Better mental health? We all do, right? Okay, AWLs, we have a new partner that's changing the game when it comes to how you can access healthcare. Let me introduce you to Hims. Whether you're looking for support for performance in the bedroom, hair loss, or your mental health, Hims can help. At forhims.com/PMT, you can get access to licensed medical providers and trusted treatments for ED, hair loss, and anxiety 100% online. If prescribed, Hims will ship to you for free in discreet packaging. It's that simple. Getting help shouldn't be hard. With Hims, all it takes is one click to get started. So go to forhims.com/PMT today. I know me or a lot of my friends' hair is thinning, and ED is an issue that a lot of guys experience, even if we'd rather not talk about it, and getting help can seem hard. Going to the doctor's office and the pharmacy is a pain, and we know you'd rather be listening to us talk about football or relentlessly making fun of each other. Well, good news for you. Now Hims makes it simple with their 100% online process. No doctor's office visit or insurance required. Get started today at forhims.com/PMT. Find the support you need for treating ED, hair loss, and mental health all in one place. Get started today at forhims.com/PMT. That's forhims.com/PMT. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information.
Okay, Who's Back of the Week? Hank.
USA.
Yes.
Yeah, we love the World Baseball Classic.
World Baseball Classic.
Always have.
We're going to the championship. There was an electric game on Saturday night. Trey Turner had a not a walk-off, but a go-ahead grand slam in the 8th inning. said it was the loudest crowd he's ever witnessed as a player and the best hit in his career.
Now, I'd like
Yes.
to
He
point
won
out
a World Series.
I'd like to point out that when he won that World Series for the Nationals, all 4 of our wins were on the road in Houston. So of course it wouldn't have been that loud. Just for the record,
But you were leading in games at home.
I don't think that we were.
Ever?
We got smoked in most of those games.
Okay.
Playing the winner of Japan versus Mexico tonight. So if Japan wins, it'll be Shohei, and that will be unbelievable. There was people were putting up stats, talking, comparing the World Baseball Classic to regular baseball and kind of pointing out how bad baseball is at promoting and social media and all that. The Trey Turner had 7 million views in 15 hours. Shohei had a home run off the scoreboard earlier in the week that had 7.5 million views. Aaron Judge's 62nd home run had 3 million views. And Bryce Harper Game 5 NLCS home run had 2.5 million views. So
Now, we on Thursday we talked about Edwin Diaz, and my take was simply like, March Madness is going on. I'm not going to watch the World Baseball Classic, but if someone likes it, cool, good for them. Different strokes for different folks. Now that we're in the final, I'm fucking all in.
Yeah, we've been very clear about our stance on this, which is if the U.S. starts to win and the flag starts to advance through the brackets, then we're like, yeah, fuck yeah, USA, let's do it. And also the atmosphere does look incredible.
Yeah.
It looks like a lot of fun at these baseball games.
Yes.
So, yes, we are rooting for USA. I hope it's against Japan, just so I can empty the clip for more World War II jokes on the next podcast. So, looking forward to that, hopefully.
Okay. That's your who's back?
Spanish-American jokes just don't hit the same.
No.
and Rick Pitino.
Yeah. He's
Big
all
time.
the way back. PFT, your who's back?
I've got 2 hoops backs of the week. First is the women's tournament. Women's tournament's back. I start out 4-0 gambling on women. They were calling me Mr. Women. Then I went 0-2 today, unfortunately, because I got away from my system. I, much like Billy, have figured out a system to how to beat Vegas when it comes to the women's tournament. You just take all the good schools minus the points, and it's super easy to do.
Yeah.
So I got cute with it today, and I took Iowa, who's got the best player in the country, but they're not the best team necessarily. And then I took who did I take in my other one? Oh, USF. Took USF against South Carolina. That was a mistake. But now I'm back, so my picks for tomorrow are going to be Tennessee minus 14 over Toledo. Tennessee's a good school. UConn minus 15 over Baylor. Just take the biggest spreads.
The biggest
bet,
spreads.
Bet the favorite on the biggest spreads. And my other who's back of the week is the Live Tour.
Yeah.
Live Tour had a massive weekend. My son Chris's ace is choked. He's been crying nonstop for the entire day about that. They had a 0.14 rating. 0.14 rating, which I think that means that the PGA, their event this week, had something like about 10 times the viewers that Live Golf had. So now the people that run Live Golf, they're saying already that they're going to start pulling the reins in on some of the spending in the next, I don't know, season. Do they call it seasons in Live Golf? So the fat times are over for the Live Tour because their ratings are so bad right now. They're not pulling it in on the CW. I have a very simple way to solve this ratings issue.
Okay.
Execute the last place team every week.
It would be down for it.
Yeah.
Relegation.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ultimate relegation.
Yeah.
To the
Death.
afterlife.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, or they don't have cuts, but they could chop your head off.
Live Tour is one of those things where we made probably too big of a deal of it because it's definitely not going to last.
It actually ended up helping the PGA Tour.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot.
A lot. Mm-hmm. And all these guys are going to come back, right?
I think the good guys are going to come back. I think some of the other people are going to get fucked over. I don't think. I think if you're a borderline
I guess they
player,
made a shitload of money. So
yeah, if you're a borderline player, I don't think if you're good enough, the PGA will take you back. But I think they're going to look a lot closer at the people that if they're not there, it won't matter.
yeah, I just imagine all the Live Tour golfers just being like, "This is fine. This is totally fine. I made the right choice."
Yeah, it's a lot of.
Yeah, we're totally gonna upend the entire golf world.
You think that's what it?
Because
Yeah,
we're gonna wear shorts.
that's totally what it was about. Golf, but louder.
Yeah, golf. Grow the game. Okay, my who's back is the Wisconsin women's hockey team. National title. Shout out the Lady Badgers. Dynasty. 3 out of 4. 3 out of
Incredible.
4.
Titletown.
Feels good.
Many are
Title-
saying Madison is Titletown.
Won our NIT game today, too.
Yeah, Titletown.
So that's kind of going well.
Yep.
I don't know. Just kind of winning everything. But, yeah, shout out the women's hockey team. awesome. Beat Ohio State 1-0. Real fun to win a game 1-0. Just shut them down.
If you're a real puck boy like us,
yeah, right.
then you know that 1-0 games are the most beautiful.
Yeah, so it felt good. Felt good to win one. 3 out of 4. That's pretty fucking cool. 3 out of 4. The Ohio State don't be upset if you're a Buckeye fan. You actually won the 1 out of 4. So you were the only team that was able to stop Wisconsin last year when you won the title. But yeah, 3 out of 4 is a dynasty. And then my other who's back is Dylan Brooks, just being a pest. He is. It's hard to like follow NBA while March Madness is going on. I don't really trust anyone who like doesn't at least tune into some of the March Madness. Like it's the best tournament. It's so much fun. But yeah, Dylan Brooks, I was seeing some highlights. He's an all-time pest, and he's just bothering the Warriors constantly. So he's back, and now the shit talking is back, and it feels like if we can get Warriors Grizzlies in the first round, it'd be great. And also shout out John Morant for going to rehab for like 70 hours.
Yeah, no, he cured his gun in a strip club addiction that he had.
Yeah,
there's
there's
been pestering him for a while.
There was a funny tweet that was like a reporter was like, yeah, John Morant in his 2 or 3 days in rehab didn't play any basketball, so he's gonna have to ramp back up. He probably forgot how to play basketball.
Yeah, I don't know.
I hope he remembers how to play basketball.
Bet against the. I mean, and the toughest part is the relapse, where if he gets back and he's not that good, you're gonna fall back on old habits, and you're gonna be like, I need to have a gun in a strip club again.
Do you think they like weaned him off guns? Like, here's an airsoft gun.
Yeah.
It
Smaller
looks
gun,
realistic.
Nerf gun.
The
Yeah.
Nerf gun.
You can't quit guns cold turkey.
No, definitely not. But yeah, it was just funny to be like, yeah, he hasn't played any basketball, so he's gonna need a little time to figure out how to be basketball. What was it? Okay, here it is. Adrian Wojnarowski. Morant hasn't been playing basketball while at a counseling center in Florida, so his ramp-up is expected to extend past Monday's game versus Dallas when he's first eligible to return. I'm hoping that he remembers
Yeah,
how to play
I
basketball.
hope it's not a 12-step program.
Yeah.
That would be a travel.
Well, no, they won't call it.
Yeah.
It's the NBA.
What if they did like what's it called, immersion therapy, where instead of smoking, if you get caught smoking a cigarette by your dad, smoke a whole pack.
That's what I said a couple weeks ago. John Morant, they should just make him drive a tank everywhere.
Yeah, or
Like,
just
this would suck.
or just like put him in. He has to just live in a strip club with all the guns.
Yeah. No, just make him fire off a nuke.
Yeah.
How do you like this? This is what it leads to. All right, Billy, your who's back?
I was saving this part of the Aaron Rodgers news for the who's back, but I think Zach Wilson. Just hear me out.
Okay.
This is delusional. This is delusional.
St. Patrick's Day brain.
This is delusional. But I have a feeling. Now, I know Aaron Rodgers doesn't have the longest history of mentoring people, quarterbacks under him, but I actually could see that he might be the one guy that's able to fix whatever the fuck's happening in Zach Wilson.
Why?
This is really sad.
Go on.
I know.
Didn't Zach Wilson say he's going to make
their
somebody's life hell?
But I think that would have been like Derek Carr or like Jimmy Garoppolo.
This is incredibly sad.
He's going to make Aaron Rodgers' life
So not only
heaven.
is Aaron Rodgers going to help us win now, but I think he could help build
Why?
the quarterback of the future.
Why do you think it's going to work
Because
between those two?
I just think they can figure it out. I think Aaron Rodgers is the one guy that Zach Wilson respects in the whole NFL, and definitely
Why?
models game.
Why
out of.
just him?
Because Aaron Rodgers
The mask thing?
no
Oh.
Aaron
Joe
Rodgers.
Flacco's won just as many Super Bowls.
Good point,
Excellent
Hank.
point, Hank.
That
Yeah,
totally
but-
makes up for you not
but
understanding the lost
People
column.
forget that.
But in the quarterback world, Aaron Rodgers just has his whole his base fundamentals and basically his hip mobility and flexibility.
His hips are
Oh,
more
wait, Hank has a
No, but,
thought. Hank just got a thought. Just struck his brain.
Nah, it doesn't matter.
The way Aaron Rodgers plays the game has totally changed a lot of quarterback fundamentals, and that's sort of the school of thought that Zach Wilson came from. Like his quarterback guru, they talk about a lot of the stuff that Aaron Rodgers practices and preaches, and even Josh Allen before a Monday night game, they were getting into some of that. Like the way that Aaron Rodgers played the game has totally changed quarterback mechanics, especially, and just the way Aaron Rodgers throws the ball is just
But he does
unique.
it
So you
well.
You think
I
by
know,
just
but-
by
And Zach Wilson does it
But
bad.
I think Aaron Rodgers and Zach Wilson being in the same quarterback room is going to actually help
You're
Zach
hurting
Wilson.
yourself.
I think
just
Yeah.
focus
Or
on Aaron
at
Rodgers.
least they do ayahuasca. At least they do ayahuasca together.
He's
and-
Mormon. He won't
He
do.
doesn't do any.
He can't
drink-
He can't drink
a
regular.
Coca-Cola.
He can't drink regular tea,
No, he
much
might
less
get-
tea with DMT.
I
in
think
it.
he might make him go be a bad boy, start doing drugs.
Okay.
And then Zach Wilson might get an edge to him, start playing well, totally
This is sad.
erase
This
all
is
the bad
really, really
interception
sad.
games.
I feel bad.
I just think it could have happened.
Billy, don't do this
Just
to
Billy,
yourself.
you have Aaron Rodgers. Be thankful for that.
I know,
don't
but
be-
I
don't
think
do this to yourself,
I think
Billy.
it could just
Don't do
like
this
go
to
so
yourself.
much
Zach Wilson's going to be in
farther.
the XFL in 3 years.
Yeah.
The XFL is not going to be around in 3 years.
The
what was your
Celtics
thought?
do control their own destiny.
Because they play the Sixers one
Yeah.
more time. But again, if they both won all their games,
Well, that's impossible.
right now that is a wrinkle that you have just found out.
But the Celtics control their own destiny because if they
Correct.
control the
Correct.
game against the Sixers, then they will.
If either
So-
team wins out, they will have the higher seed.
So whoever
but the
wins,
Celtics control their own destiny.
whoever,
No, so do the Sixers.
No, but yeah,
yes.
every
If
team
either-
controls their own destiny.
No, that's not true.
two teams control
No,
their
the
own
Rockets,
destiny.
if they win out, do not get to the playoffs. They don't control their own destiny.
But if the Celtics and Sixers both went out, the Celtics would advance.
They
But they can't win out. But it's all about if they play each other.
I think
they
Hank,
both control their own destiny.
I think Hank Loki has discovered determinism.
Yeah.
The Celtics have the better head-to-head record. And
But
tiebreaker.
if the Sixers win out, they are the second seed.
but
the
if the
Sixers-
Celtics win out, they're the second seed.
Correct.
I think the Celtics have a better advantage.
You know what? Hank has discovered a mathematical anomaly. How about that?
You have. I didn't
Two
know they
teams
played each
control
other
their own destiny
at the
simultaneously.
same time.
But the Celtics have the head-to-head record, so
But again, go ahead, Max.
The head-to-head does not mean anything right now. Like I don't like the Sixers have the better record. The head-to-head means nothing, and even with that game, it doesn't matter.
it does matter.
You guys should do a math podcast.
That's fine.
When do you guys play?
Is it a percentage?
April 4th.
Wow. All eyes on April.
I think the
4th.
Sixers are home that game.
Yep.
Well, that doesn't matter, Max. You're going to lose that game.
We do lose to the Celtics often.
You got a couple big games against the Bulls coming up, Max.
Yeah, tonight.
Yeah, back to back.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Oh, one more thing that got lost in the March Madness weekend. The Commanders signed a quarterback. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Oh, hell yeah.
So it's I think Hank said it's a real life. We get Lamar Jackson. We have Lamar Jackson at home meme come to life.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett. The only thing I know about him is he's got a hell of an arm because he was the designated Hail Mary thrower for back-to-back quarterbacks in Indianapolis, Andrew Luck when he was recovering from shoulder surgery, and Phillip Rivers when he was recovering from being old.
Yep.
And also Jacoby Brissett is the best non-Bush push quarterback sneaker in the NFL.
Now that Tom Brady's gone.
Statistically, no, I think even for the last couple seasons, Jacoby's been better than everybody besides Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
On the push ones. So our friend Sam Schwartzstein actually sent me these stats to make me feel better about getting not Lamar Jackson as quarterback. He said that the Commanders went for it on 16 times from 4th and 1 or 2, and they averaged negative .97 EPA per play. They only had a 50% success rate.
These are too many numbers at 1 in the
Okay,
morning.
here's all you need to know.
For a backup quarterback.
If they
sneaking the ball, not even throwing the ball.
if they win on it every single fourth, if the Commanders had gone on it with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback
You're
every
losing the
single
room.
4th and 1, they would have added 32 points last season, meaning they would have won that game against the Giants and potentially been in the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
This is a farther reach than my Zach Wilson.
It's numbers.
It's just too many numbers at 1 in the morning
It's
after
numbers.
March Madness.
Like Zach Wilson doing ayahuasca makes more
Yeah,
sense.
Billy might be right.
No,
Billy might be
no,
right.
it's numbers.
Really
It's
might be
numbers. It's stats.
Like Zach Wilson doing
Again,
conspiracies with Aaron Rodgers to be better makes more
Yeah.
sense.
And the most important part about being a quarterback is throwing the ball.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, let me cope.
Okay, we want to do the last ad, and then we'll do Monday reading.
Yeah. Before we get to the Monday reading, I want to talk to you guys about our great friends over at BetterHelp. This show is brought to you by BetterHelp. Getting to know yourself can be a lifelong process, especially because we're always growing and changing. I'm not the same person that I was when I was 20, when I was 30. People change. Their values change, their lives change, their situations change. And therapy is all about deepening your self-awareness and understanding that, because sometimes we don't know what we want or why we react the way we do until we talk through things. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who can take you on that journey of self-discovery from wherever you are. I've used therapy in the past to help get over some loss. It helped me immensely. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/PMT. Get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/PMT.
Okay, Monday reading time.
Monday reading. This was sent to me by an AWL. There is a post on Reddit right now, and it's written by a guy who is in a Madden league with Kyler Murray. The title of this reading is Kyler Murray character issues are a real concern based off my Madden league experience with him.
So wait, he played in an online Madden league.
Madden league. Yeah,
Okay.
so like a full season.
Yep.
With Kyler Murray as a player on one of the other teams. Kyler Murray had some character issues brought up this past year. My story will touch on his character issues that may or may not affect his dynasty value. Not too long ago, I joined a few semi-serious Madden leagues with some online friends. I'm above average and knew the gimmicky tactics that were highly frowned on. The league posted on the league's message boards that mentioned not to use these tactics in-game. For example, the user would put the fastest corner at linebacker and spin him around the lineman at snap. This did something to the O-line while still having the middle of the field covered. Another one was running the same cheese plays all game if you had a fast enough wide receiver and the defense didn't have fast cornerbacks.
I disagree with that, by the way. If you find one, like playing Madden or a college football game, like if you have one play that works, shark wheel. Just run it.
Would you do that against other online players?
If they can't stop it, yeah, stop it.
Okay.
Stop the play.
Actually, if they cheat on offense, running the gimmick play on offense, then you just counter that by cheating on defense and doing the cornerback or linebacker move.
But I hate when
Then you
like,
get a
oh, you
cheat
can't
off.
run the same play. No, if I have a play that works, Green Bay power sweep, run it.
This did something to the O-line while still having the middle of the field covered. Another one was running the same. Oh, yeah, I said that. Basically, you couldn't cover the two routes as user unless you ran a specific defense. Well, then run that specific defense.
Yeah.
If you know what it is.
Right.
But then they could just audible into the second cheese play and snap without any time for you to adjust the coverage. There are others, too. So one of these leagues included Kyler Murray, and we were in the same division. In the first or second game of the season, we played, and he used these banned tactics all game. I reported him to the commish. I believe a few others did, too, from my chats with the commish. There was a post about warning, and it seemed to stop. We played again late in the season. It was a big game to make the playoffs for both of us. Kyler Murray played fair until the second half when he was down. He pulled the same cheese plays and defensive tactics banned. I messaged the commish again. You know what? I am on Kyler Murray's
Yeah, like
side
this guy went online.
This guy's a Karen.
He went online to complain about Kyler Murray beating him in Madden.
Yep.
That's really what we're getting out of this.
I messaged the
This guy
commish
sucks.
again, and he said they would take care of it. Well, the message board was flooded by a few people defending these tactics, but not by Kyler directly. I'm assuming it were his buddies backing him up. I think, reading between the lines here, I think Kyler Murray created a bunch of sock puppet accounts.
Yeah.
And then replied to this message on the message board, be like, no, it's fine. No, it's fine. Let him do it. Let him do it. Let him do it. Commish stood his ground on not allowing it. Finally, we met in the playoffs, and Kyler used every cheese tactic in the book.
Good.
People watched the stream and saw I ended up winning the game. You know what? Cliff Kingsbury should have done some cheese plays
Yeah.
too.
No, I was
Right.
just thinking Kyler and Cliff Kingsbury definitely argued because he thought that some cheese plays would work in the NFL.
Yeah, Cliff should have incorporated these cheating plays.
Jeez, yeah.
If you cheat in the NFL and get away with it, you're allowed to do that.
Stop it. That's all you got to do. Stop it.
This makes me believe he has a character issue if he acts this way in an inconsequential Madden league. This could translate to issues with his coaching staff and maybe even other teammates who dislike his demeanor in Madden. I love this guy.
Yeah.
You know what? Like I think Kyler Murray's in the right, but I love that this guy took the time to go online and complain about this and say that he's alienating teammates because they probably get beat by Kyler Murray in Madden.
Right.
Take this story as you will, but it may be the tipping point for some people who want to buy or sell.
Nope. That did not change my opinion. It just made me hate this guy.
Yeah.
He literally, could you imagine, like, just, I don't think he realized, he definitely went online and was like, I'm about to do something. I'm about to really, like, do something here.
He probably DM'd this to every NFL reporter.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Adam Schefter, I got a scoop for you.
You thought you did something, but in reality, if you take a step back, you were in a Madden league. That's totally fine. I respect everyone who video games. I love video games. I wish I could play them more. You got your ass beat in the Madden league.
Sounds like 3 times.
And then you went online to be like, well, Kyler Murray's a bad guy because he beats me with the same play and I can't figure out a defense to stop it.
This gives off major John Harbaugh vibes against the Patriots.
Yeah.
When he's like,
Change the rules.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's John Harbaugh
Yeah.
that wrote this. I wouldn't be shocked.
Jesus.
What are the all-time great video game cheat moves where people be like, yo, you're cheating? Because I've long stood on the throne of it's impossible to cheat at a video game.
The jump in Rainbow Road. But that's not cheating.
That takes skill.
Right, exactly. That's skill.
M. Bison in Street Fighter when you just do the slide at people the entire time.
The Konami code. That's the OG.
What's that one?
Up,
It's
down,
like
up, down,
yeah.
left, right,
Yeah,
left,
yeah,
right,
oh,
BA
yeah,
start or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's not cheating because you're just playing the game. You're playing the computer.
Well, when Madden first came out in the 90s, I used to just change every single player to 500 pounds and 7 feet tall.
Yeah,
And that ruled.
totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Vick like running just running the draw with Michael Vick.
Yeah.
that
I
was
used to do
cheating.
that. Yeah.
you couldn't do that. You
couldn't stop him. Bo Jackson and Tecmo.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, I don't know. Stop it.
Using Yoshi in Mario Kart, some people would say that's cheating.
Yeah. Stop it.
The thing is, there is like two schools of thought when it comes to Madden. Like, you can play Madden in ways that would never work in a real football situation that like people exploit. So like some guys when they're playing online, they'll look at all the suggested plays to the defense that they run or whatever offense.
Oh, peeking. Yeah, no
and they
peeking.
Yeah,
No
peeking
peeking.
is cheating.
They'll
Yeah.
pull up all the plays that they know the other person will run, and it's like a whole chess match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not punting on punting downs. But that's
Yeah.
like, again, I don't know. Just stop them.
Wasn't there a controversy in some big Madden tournament about punting?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, some guy put his punter as a quarterback. He put his punter as a quarterback and then just ran the ball.
Oh, yeah. And he
Yeah.
made it because like he used.
Yeah, because then
He's
made,
drafted his players and all of them were
Yeah.
incredible and he just had a terrible quarterback.
Yeah,
Which
Yeah.
that does suck if you're playing against that guy and just getting the ball run down your throat.
yeah.
But again, I won a couple national titles running the ball.
Run the
That's what
damn
you
ball.
do. The stew.
Stefanski.
Yeah. All right, great show. Great weekend. God damn it, do I love March Madness. Thoughts and prayers to everyone for the next 3 days. It really is they really should just baseball opening day should be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like give us something.
Well, we have baseball tomorrow.
Yeah, we do. But it's at night.
World
But I need
Baseball
a day.
Classic?
I need a day.
We're big fans of the
sport.
World Baseball
I
Classic.
need a day sport to like ease myself off. They just sit there. I'm like, well, what do I do now?
Rugby Six Nations.
It's you get to the fourth day of March Madness. You're like, is this every day? We get to just watch basketball. Okay. Hank, have you ever gotten this? The lottery ball?
I've not.
I want to actually say something. Great times at Columbus. The sportsbook was awesome. Shout out everyone who came out. It was awesome to see people out there. Everyone who watched. On Saturday night, my brain was so toasted. I came back from going to the bathroom and someone was like, is Hank ever going to get the lottery ball? And I said, yes. And then someone else from the crowd said, Big Cat, you just said yes, he's never going to get it. I was like, yes, I meant no. So I just want to correct that. Shout out that one guy. I meant no. He's never going to get it. Numbers.
69.
7.
Why are you doing 7?
Why not? Take a crazy chance.
All right, I'll do 17.
Wait, should we get a number from Jake?
He's 18. Every time.
I'm going to go 77.
20.
Good luck, Hank.
Thank you. Sorry, I got
Not.
sick.
Your color's back though.
Yeah, no, I feel better. That was weird. Weird show.
54.
Not
You really thought you had something with 7. You're the Kyler Murray guy on Reddit being like, I got something here. 7. What was the thought process behind 7?
I was just thinking that 7 was going to come up.
Oh, but you were wrong.
Yeah.
It is shocking hanging out with Hank and the amount of people that come up to him and just say numbers to him.
No, he has to get this before we move to Chicago. We were talking about that the other day. He needs to get this because it's
Oh
just
my
going to
God.
be new bars, just a whole new group of people that can just.
Guys were whispering numbers in his
You
ear.
got to get it.
What if Hank can't move till he gets the number?
He'll never. I mean, he'll
stays
die
in New York.
if
I wouldn't wish that on him.
You wanna do one
That
more?
was a joke.
Yeah.
69.
you want to have a count.
Yeah.
All right, 17.
7.
This would be great if he gets it because it's such a Mickey Mouse.
77.
Doesn't
It'd be
matter.
so
No,
Mickey-
it's
it'd
your.
be
It's
so
you.
Mickey
You said
Mouse.
yes. Counts.
It'd be so Mickey
If
Mouse.
it counts. It counts.
99.
That's how 60.
Even farther away from 7.
Oh, damn. Memes had 55 in
I
the
know.
first one.
Oh.
It was one off.
All right, we'll see everyone on Wednesday.
Love you guys.
Oh, flamingos can only swallow upside down.
Hell yeah.
They can't swallow standing up.
Hell yeah.
They can only eat upside down.